As we look back on every deciding game of any series in any country, we're always given our money's worth. We are shown not only the best this game has to offer, but the best each player can produce when the chips are down. With these two clubs, I expect no different. We've watched as two of the best captains in the EOSHL led their respective teams, each step of the way, not only on the score sheet, but defensively, and their demeanor when the game gets tough and their team falls behind. They come up with a big play to keep the train on the tracks and in the right direction. The added support around them has been phenomenal. Add three goalies who have delivered every time that rubber menace is directed their way, and that's how you have what you have in front of us this evening, folks. The deciding game to see who will face the defending champions in the West Finals. As far as excitement goes, these two teams, loved by their small towns, will once again put on a hockey display that will make every single fan, old and young, feel proud to wear their colors. Every stride, every shot, and every save will be caught here on EOSHL TV, and we are overjoyed to bring it to you live from the Smith Falls Memorial Center near the beautiful Rideau Canal. Hello, everyone, and it's hockey time again. It seems like it's been forever since we've been on the air for the Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League, but it's literally been a week. And I'll tell you right now, this entire series, I am so sad that it's actually going to end today. One of these teams are going to go on to face Gananoque as they beat the Deserano Bulldogs in their playoff matchup just a short time ago. And this one here, that will be going on Sunday. We'll have that game for you live from Gananoque as well. They are hardwired just like here in Smith Falls. And that's whoever it is, Barry's Bay, Madawaska Valley, or Smith Falls. It's going to be an incredible battle as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we love having you here. And we'll just go over, we will relive this series in its entirety right after the pregame. We'll have game one, and we'll go all the way through to game four throughout this series. And last game, Smith Falls, Costello and Reed Russett each had a goal each, and Dallas Slack stopped 30 of 33 shots, while Kelly Summers netted a pair and had an assist. Jared Stay with a goal and assist. Brett McKenzie with 2 assists. Langiel with a goal, and Lipinski stopping 33 of 35 shots in that game for Barry's Bay to come out with the victory from the Paul Yakabuski Arena out in Madawaska Valley. And I'll tell you right now, folks, the story for me the beginning part of this game is going to be how does Barry's Bay come out of the gate. Game 3 and Game 4, they came out quite slow. In Game 4, they were outshot in the first period 12-3. They were in defensive role the entire first period, but they rebound in the second period with 17 shots to Smith Falls 12. And they are not going to be able to do that tonight. That is my assumption, is if they come out flat-footed, if they come out flat-footed in this game as well, then, well, it's going to be probably Smith Falls going to be able to net a pair. They're a high-octane, great offensive hockey club, and they know where the net is. They are not the leading scorer in the league for nothing, and it's something that Barry's Bay is really going to have to keep in mind as this playoff series rolls along into the final frame of this one. And you would think, to be totally honest with you, you would think, I mean, Barry's Bay, they didn't shy away from goals, but they didn't light the lamp as much as Smith Falls did throughout the season. As I said, they led the entire league in goals, as Smith Falls ended up with 162 goals for and only 86 goals against, which their goals against average as well was second, third, fourth only to the Mustangs, Rockets, and the Mariners. They were the first in the West, 1 goal ahead of the Deserano Bulldogs. But 162 goals for Smith Falls. But in this series, it has not been that way. I mean, these two teams have battled so well that I mean, this game it's anyone's game. Your scores have been 5-3, back-to-back 5-3 games, one for Smith Falls and the other obviously for Madawaska Valley. And then Smith Falls beating the Wolves here in Smith Falls, and then a 4-3 win for Madawaska Valley over Smith Falls. They're separated by 1 goal. And that is all that it takes to win a series. And tonight, it's literally going to take one shot, one goal, and one mistake, really, is what it's going to take for one team to walk away victorious in this one. But as I say, we will have a winner. And this is what they dream of, folks. This is what these young lads dream of as when they're growing up as kids. This big game, this big stage in front of this big crowd. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a huge crowd here. They are still filing in at the front door, 10 at a time, and they want to be the hero. They want to be a hero for their small town hockey clubs, and these two clubs are so deserving in the finals. It's almost criminal that one of them have to lose here tonight, but that's what makes hockey so entertaining. There can only be one club to move on, and knowing each side believes they gave it all is what it takes to win a championship guarantees every game in this series, as it has been, will be passionate and filled with excitement. And if you've been along for the ride this entire time, well, you've seen exactly what we've seen. A fun-filled, incredibly exciting series that could go either way tonight. And that's what it's all about, folks, is having a, and I'll be right back there, folks, just 1 second. Yeah. A young fan coming over to see if we're doing the Rockets-Manotick game tomorrow, which it's going to be a big game. It is going to be a huge game, Manotick and North Dundas. And that game starts at 2 p.m. Saturday. I would really love to do it. It's difficult, folks. There are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes and all that type of stuff, which is actually not 100% proper for me to go into. But we would love to do every single game that we can, and with the support that we've been given throughout the first and second round of these playoffs, it does show that we are doing the right thing, and we've been requested all over the place to do people's series and stuff like that, and fans reaching out, which we couldn't appreciate more. But there's only one of me, there's only one James, and we really can't do every single game, but we do try and reach out to everybody to get everyone involved as much as we can. Actually, we haven't done, I think we might have done 2 Barry's Bay games all season long. And again, as I say, they reached out before the season's end to have us do their first and their second round of the playoffs. But again, the Rockets and the Mariners are playing tomorrow at 2 p.m. The only game on the schedule, obviously, is this series will end tonight, and the West Finals will get started again on Sunday. But that is going to be an incredible series as Manotick is down 2-0, dropping the first 2 games. The last game by a 3-2 score in favor of North Dundas, and then the 5-4 epic OT winner by Derek Froats, the captain, coming up in the big stage to be the big man at the big time. And no surprise here. And from EOSHL TV Nation, there's no surprise all around. He is an incredible leader, and he gets the job done for his Rockets. So that'll be a great series. No guarantee yet on if we will be there to do that game, but we would, as we say, love to do it. From Chesterville, beautiful arena, and they are always so supportive when we go out there to do their games. Murray and company, we appreciate all the support. So from Smith Falls, Madawaska Valley, 2 clubs that have done an incredible job, not just in the playoffs, but throughout the regular season for their fans. They didn't mail it in. As everyone knows, you get everyone gets into the playoffs no matter what, but they brought it every single night to try and jockey for position. And really, neither team really wanted to play each other in the playoffs. I can guarantee you that. And so they tried to get up as high as they could in the standings. bottom left part of your screen, folks, as we'll switch it back over to Madawaska Valley. I don't actually know where my son is. Bottom left corner of your screen, right there. It's the reason why we are here. Great support from Valley Cottage, raising and moving. They specialize in foundation work using insulated concrete forms and blocks to deliver long-lasting results. Their team are experts in foundation and applying innovative solutions that ensure homes are built with the utmost precision. During construction, they oversee the correct installation of materials and work closely with the customers to meet their requirements. Call today, get a hold of Michael Summers at 613-585-3276. So, 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the pregame. We are going to give you game one of this series. We'll see if we can get game 1 and 2 in, but they're quite lengthy after they leave the ice. So we're glad you're along for the ride. I think I updated the stats, but you know what? I'll just come back into here for it. So the leading point getter for Smith Falls, Tate Leeson, in his 5 games played, he's had 12 points, 5 goals, and 7 assists. Theo Todd right behind him, 3 goals and 7 assists on the season for 10 points. Reed Russett, 4 goals and 3 assists for 7 points. And it's just been an all-hands-on-deck approach for Smith Falls. And, of course, Dallas Slack, that sparkling 283 goals against average and a .913 save percentage and a 3-2 record on the season, on the playoffs. And then on the other side, in 7 games, for all these guys, 9 goals and 7 assists for Robert Lapine. Kelly Summers, 6 goals, 10 assists. 2 goals, 11 assists for Brett McKenzie. Jared Stay, 7 goals in 7 games with 5 assists and a goal and 5 assists for Devin Campbell. I want to also mention Brandon Langiel. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'll ask Justin, but he's had 4 goals in his limited 3 games in these playoffs, and he has been a big contributor to the Madawaska Valley success. My son just messaged me and said there's no way for him to get back up here. I don't know why that is. I don't know where he is. But yeah, folks, share the stream, hit the like button, and I hope that you've enjoyed the playoffs and this round. And we will continue on into the West Finals, and we will of course have the EOSHL Championship Series, no matter what may come. So we appreciate you being on hand. And before we get into all that, I just want to put this up right here, right quick. Jamie Brumberger. So the city of Pembroke mourns the loss of community champion Jamie Brumberger, a dedicated community leader whose passion, generosity, and unwavering commitment to the city touched countless lives. Beyond his professional and volunteer work, Jamie was a beloved storyteller at Cogeco, and he left an imprint on every broadcast that he touched. And the city of Pembroke is mourning his loss, and we just wanted to put up Jamie's deep-rooted commitment to community. And my thoughts and prayers are with the family of this wonderful man. And yes, my thoughts and prayers are with you. So we'll launch right into game 1 of the series. Yes, it's going to be glitchy. It's not the stream. It's just the way that it was recorded. So Jamie, thoughts and prayers are with you, buddy.
Each other ferociously in. A chance shoots. The Rideaus scored right on the doorstep. Fired it. Stick finally gets it back. Ball into the slot. The pass over, and he scores. Pass to the slot, to the blue paint, and in. And Smith Falls has tied this at 1. Dowdall looking for a gift in front of that net. Nice move around him. 3-on-2 breaking in. Chance shot, and a great stop by Dallas Slack. LeClaire looking back to the point now. Lapine shoots it and a stop. The rebound, scores! Benjamin Langiel, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Barry's Bay Wolves. Comes into the Barry's Bay zone. Van Schubert, Campbell, hopefully let him know that coming after him was Cobalt. Lapine at the blue line. That's a pass across into the slot area. Leclerc shot, scores! That's the hat trick. Throw him. Benjamin Languille in his first game back in a Wolves jersey. And there's a hat on the ice. Can you believe it? Robin, that they're going to have a fiddle band in there in the first and second intermission. It is going to be incredible. I can't wait for that. It's going to be terrific. So that'll be in the intermission. They always have something great going on there for the intermission. A great shot. The rebound scored. They get it back, and it's 3-2. What a play there. Goalmouth, rebound, and a goal. Rideaus in the box, and 2 Wolves. So it must have been, I don't know, across the line and in the half wall. And Smith Falls controls, thrown towards the net. The redirect goes into the corner. Drilled along. The shot there. The rebound scored! Come around the back wall, and Smith Falls rings the twine and have tied it up at 3. Back for him, a smart play by Leclerc as he gets off and does his job up through the mid-ice area and in on goal. Shot, and he scores! Tate Leeson pops it home, and it's a 4-3 lead for the Rideaus. What a shot from the leading goal scorer in the league. Scrum, McKenzie back to Summers. Summers shot through a screen, stopped by Slack. Rebound shoveled wide of the net. Pinned along the wall now. 3 Wolves in there to support. Back to Kelly Summers. He'll shoot it. It's blocked. And it's chipped out to center ice. And Smith Falls scores. 5-3 now for the Rideaus.
Oh, that was game 1, folks. We'll launch right into game 2 so we can try and get all 4 in here for you. Barry's Bay is really hemming. Shot through in the redirect and still stopped by Slack. The rebound scores! Lapine in front. And as I said, they're putting pucks on, looking for rebounds. And this time they find Twine, and the Wolves out to a 1-0 lead on the power play. Now, second effort there. Beautiful play by Nolan Rook. And Barry's Bay is back the other way. McKenzie now. He's trying to body him. Shoots it up and over the net. Got himself in between the player and the puck. Smart to protect. Stay, shoots, scores! They're up by 2. What a shot. And what a goal. The forecheck is on here in Madawaska Valley, and they're getting rewarded because of it. And a breakaway for none other than Tate Leeson. And Lipinski stops the leading scorer dead in his tracks. Ethan Lipinski's first shot is a big one. He had 33 goals in the regular season. He scored a ton against the Phantoms in the first game. Around him, Languille scored! Do you believe it? Falls in 2 games. How many times do you see this, folks? A goalie makes a big save at one end, and they come right back and score. And Barry's Bay is rolling early. Good body by Devin Campbell along the boards, and that's rung back to the point now. Bennett looking for Costello. They'll get it to the captain. He'll look back to Bennett. He's in the mid-ice area now. Shot, redirect, and he scored. Smith Falls on the board, and it's 3-1. Kenny, a penalty coming to Barry's Bay. Scored! Shot through a screen on a delayed penalty. And Smith Falls is back in it. It's 3-2. Stay, throwing it back to the point. Campbell over. Kelly Summers shoots, hits a stick. He'll go right back to his tape, and he'll throw it back to the point. Kelly Summers, or to Devin Campbell. Kelly looking for it again. Drilled a shot. Scored! Robert Lapine on the doorstep, and he'll bang home the rebound. The Wolves are set up so nicely right now. It's difficult for even the slick passing of the Rideaus to get through. That's dumped in around the net. Looking for a shot from the point. Lipinski, that's right on the tape. A Cobalt. The pass scored! hit a foot, and it went in the net. They were asking if it was kicked in, but it just redirected off the foot and went into the net. They're down by 1. 6 on 5. The Rideaus going for it here. A scrum draw. Lapine comes out with it, chips it to the blue line. That shot through. Deflected into the corner. Coming into the corner now, back to the point is Bennett. Bennett throws it along the wall to Summers. He'll go for it here. Scored! It's a goal! Kelly Summers with a beauty, and that is going to give them a 2-goal lead. And a lot going on here now.
EOSHL TV is powered by M&L Electric.
Five Wolves. Rideaus. It's do or die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of EOSHL hockey between the Smith Falls Rideaus and the Barry's Bay Wolves. Two teams looking for two different results with the same goal in mind: put pucks on net and grind until the buzzer sounds. This is the most important game of the series.
The big one for all of you who've joined us for the ride, have witnessed everything we know and love about hockey. Skill, speed, physicality, heart, and soul. The passion these two teams exude throughout this series has been something to admire. Going back and forth, wins and losses, winning every game on their home ice. But Barry's Bay has been here before, beating the Tweed Oil Kings in Game 3 on Tweed's home ice after each team won on their home ice. So Barry's Bay knows they can do it, but they have to come out strong and fast from the get-go in Games 3 and 4. As I said in the opening, they came out slow and not with that pack mentality. By the second period, they found their stride and were able to win that Game 4 to force this do-or-die game back here in the Smith Falls Memorial Center. If Barry's Bay can come out with both skates on the ice, they will have a good chance of playing Gananoque Sunday. If not, Smith Falls is the highest scoring team in the EOSHL for a reason and can put this game in their rearview mirror and hit cruise control for the second period on. So the story continues, but every drive must come to an end. But don't take the seatbelt off until the third period horn sounds. You never know what the home stretch will have in store for us, and we thank you for the company. And we went through this curvy and bumpy roads together and have had a great time doing it. Hello, everyone. I'm Billy Bowl, alongside my trusted colleague behind the camera and doing all the technical aspects you'll see this evening, James Bowl. And ladies and gentlemen, we've brought the crew back together. If not just one more time, hopefully many more to come. Justin Allery. He'll be doing the color tonight, folks. Justin, great to see you, brother. How have you been?
I'm feeling pretty colorful. I'm happy to be here, and you know what? I'm really excited for this game. These two teams, they don't like each other very much, and I expect this to be a very, very physical affair between these two teams. We're going to see if the referees are going to let them play or if they're going to be very strict with their whistles.
100%. They're either going to go one way or the other, and the way you're talking about physicality could really be described in one word. This series will be described by that, as neither team have taken off their foot off the gas when it comes to the hitting. Sure, the goal scoring hasn't been to where we thought it would be in this series, but the hitting has definitely been there, and neither side is disappointed. Looks like Smith Falls is going to do roughly the exact same thing Barry's Bay did back in Madawaska Valley, introduce their home club.
It's always a great atmosphere. Being from Montreal myself, I've witnessed a lot of those pre-game ceremonies, and of course, when teams do something like that, it just adds to the atmosphere.
Sure does. Even just bringing the lights down low a little bit and having them come out like this, it's absolutely beautiful. The rendition of O Canada will be coming soon, folks, but let me explain something to you. If you've been here for the first 4 games of this series, you know how back and forth this series has been, game in and game out. Doesn't matter who comes out on top. Stay tuned, folks, because either team can come back in a heartbeat. Justin, James, myself, along for the ride with you. So stay tuned. We've got O Canada next as we send it down to ringside. Another beautiful rendition of our O Canada, Justin. Something that I've noticed throughout the 4 games of this series, I didn't know they did it in the regular season, but Smith Falls stands at the goal line.
Yes.
Why would they do that? Well, it's really cool to see.
They stand with their goaltender. Every time I've been here, they've done that. I think it's just a sign of unity as they're all together on that goal line together. I guess maybe it's a sign of we stand on the goal line, like we're going to defend our goal line. I
love that.
That's just my theory on it.
Yeah.
But
when you said we stand together, you leave your goalie in the net by yourself. You stand together. You're always together.
I will say this though: when I was standing on for my only EOSHL start this season, which came in an emergency, I stood on the blue line with the boys because it was just that special feeling of being there, united with your brothers on the ice.
Absolutely, and united they stand, to separate they fall. And these guys, every single one of them have been united hip to hip. The Cobalt, Spencer and Devin out to start this game with Bennett, Townsend. They've got Witzel at center. That is your starting lineup for Smith Falls. On the other side, Mackenzie, Summers, Campbell, Stay, and I think that's Peg on the right. Yep, Peg on the right side. So throwing everything at each other right off the hop, and the 2 goalies at either side of the ice. One, and it's Dallas Slack, folks. I'm telling you, this guy has been unbelievable. The 283 goals against and a .913 save percentage. He's 3-2 in the playoffs. And at the other end of the ice, as I said, Ethan Lipinski, 403 goals against a .902 save percentage, and he's been sparkling in the net for the Wolves. Opening face-off from Smith Falls, Game 5, do or die for these 2 incredible hockey clubs. And I'll tell you right now, they both deserve to move on to the finals, but hockey is not a fair sport. That's why we love it so much. It's dumped into the corner, and Campbell gets there first. Spencer Cobalt right after him, and Devin Cobalt receives it on the half wall. And Smith Falls is coming out the exact same way they've come out every single game, flying. Actually, the first game was the only one that was slow for both teams for the first roughly 10 minutes of the game, feeling each other out. But since then, a chip by Stay in through the mid-ice, and Mackenzie just couldn't get there in time as the Rideaus neatly move it out through center, and Cobalt, Spencer across the blue line. Pass over to gets to the corner, and that chip shot just missed up over the corner. And back the other way they come on a 2-on-1. Stay with Mackenzie. Stay on a breakaway. Scored! Jared Stay, and listen to that crowd. My goodness, that's got to be tough for Smith Falls with such a roar of the crowd when you're on your home ice.
And that's a big start for Barry's Bay. They needed that to silence the Smith Falls crowd. And if they can get another one quickly here, they're going to put Smith Falls in a very uncomfortable position.
Well, keeping up with this pace, that's 8 goals in 8 games, and you hear the "Go Wolves, Go" chant to my right. They brought a bus down, folks, and when you do that as a hockey club on someone's home ice, it can wreak havoc. It can startle you a little bit, but I got to be honest, this Smith Falls Rideaus team was not trying to make it to this round or the next round. They have been on a mission, as Justin and I and James talked about in the very beginning of the season. Here comes Costello around on goal, and he's knocked down to the ice. The captain trying to get his way through, and he's knocked down.
He gave a little slash in behind the play too.
What's his name again?
Lagil.
There. Justin actually gave me an update. It's not Benjamin Langille, it's
Lagil. It's French. Langille.
Langille. I did not have my French translator with me for the last little while, and I would have loved it. He was my he's always a part of the program. If you watch in the chat, the EOSHL TV guy, Justin, is always updating me on the score, and you, the viewer at home, back to the point end right. And the out-of-town scoreboard, the rebound by Peg, and he just shot it short side and wide. So he's already got pass over, and Enright is wide open. He'll get to the top of the circle and snap a shot, but Dallas Slack is there with a pair, and he's been dynamite all playoffs.
He's really quick on his reaction on his feet there to go down at the right time to seal the 5-hole on that rebound.
He's so calm in the net. Puck playing ability, top notch. And Lipinski, I've noticed, plays the puck a ton. I've noticed throughout these playoffs. I didn't know he played it as much as he does.
I was chatting with Kelly Summers prior to the game, and he was telling me that Ethan Lipinski just thrives in playing in big games like this. So he's pumped for this one.
Well, the playoffs last year, when it was Tweed and Barry's Bay, we always had commented it right up through the right in front of the net, and there he is, checking in with 2. Smith Falls on the doorstep, but Lipinski stood tall and kept that out. Keeps his guys up 1-0, and a trip coming to Theo Todd. Smith Falls is not going to be happy with that because they wanted 2 penalties earlier.
Yeah, and this is a good chance right now for Madawaska Valley to really put some damage on the scoreboard.
We were talking about the Tweed Madawaska Valley series last season, how Lipinski and Morrison were so unbelievable in that game, and you're talking about big games, Lipinski.
And unfortunately, with the format that the league had it last year, it was a 1 win, and like the higher seed getting that 1 win and move on, and the lower seed had to win 2 games. But in this case, we league kiboshed that, so it gave every team a chance to advance.
It's way better.
And I agree, and I think Barry's Bay, unfortunately with that situation last season, didn't benefit at all from that situation.
It's chipped out through center ice here. Devin Cobalt in his own zone. He'll try and kill some of that clock, flip it off the boards. 23, folks, if it's your first time tuning in, Spencer Cobalt in the dark for Smith Falls. He is a guy to watch. He knows how to get it done. Great forechecker, wonderful speed, and he has got a shot and great eyes. So he was, I would say, the best Smith Falls Rideau, and it's a very, very, very tight jump to the top there for Smith Falls, but in game 2 and 3, he was the best Rideau on the ice, even though everybody played incredibly well, but he was just everywhere. That pass crossed to the dot, and Rio ripped a shot up over the net. Back to the point to Kelly Summers. That pass is over to Campbell. McKenzie to the dot, just rolled on stay. He'll throw it back to Campbell, and they'll try and regroup. Flips that in, it hits stay, turns around to the slot, and a shot, and a good defensive play by Bennett. Justin and I were talking about Bennett to the top of the circle. Summers the shot. Great defensive play by Bennett again. Justin and I were talking about him pregame.
Yeah, Bennett was one of my guests on the EOSHL podcast. I mean, Bennett played a little bit in the NCAA, and he's a very underrated blue liner, and he's a fantastic penalty killer. I know Brett Costello
scored the shot, the redirect. It's 2-0 Wolves. You interviewed Bennett.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and Brett Costello spoke very highly of him when basically telling me like you need to talk with Dave Bennett. He's just a fantastic defenseman.
It's funny, he's a quiet defenseman, but really not. The things he does, if you're a hockey guy, you notice the little things, and he does all of them so well.
I'm sorry to take away from that goal call.
No, it was great. No, it's fine. To be honest with you, it overshadows my pregame. As I was saying, if Madawaska Valley comes out slow, they're going to be in deep trouble. But right now, Madawaska Valley is coming out flying, and the Rideaus are matching them stride for stride. It's just Barry's Bay is hitting the back of the net early. Fleming will dump that in. Jared Stay from Brett McKenzie from Kelly Summers, and Jared Stay make it 2-0 for the Wolves. Fleming, he's had a great playoff as well for Madawaska Valley. I talked to him after the second game. We were allowed into the dressing room at Barry's Bay. They yacked with a couple of guys, and he was saying how he just does, I just do enough to get by. He was very, very mute to his game, and James has had enough. He's done with this camera. He throws it around here. But he was saying, and I got to be honest, I love the way that Fleming plays. 15 for Madawaska Valley. But it's that, what I love too is the guys being so, what's that word, where you're not all high on yourself?
Very humble.
Yes, and I love that. It makes you like the player even more. That draw goes in behind the net. Rook, flip it from the corner around to Enright. He gets his feet moving quick, trying to get it to Peg. Peg's had 2 huge goals for Madawaska Valley in this series as well. Back to the point and a chance. Ripped a shot, scored! Slack ripped it from the point, finds a hole through Lipinski, and Smith Falls is on the score sheet now.
Nathan Slack with the bomb from the blue line, and you know what? He was an all-star for a reason.
Absolutely. Nathan Slack, his offensive production in this series hasn't been off the charts, but he has done everything properly in the defensive end of the ice. And I don't actually even have him on the sheet, but like I say, he's been influential throughout this playoffs for Smith Falls, and they're a rally team. They're a team that scores in bunches, so that one goal could possibly get them going in the right direction.
Trust me, Billy, I know about Smith Falls scoring lots of goals in bunches.
Big time. That put them at the top of the leaderboard in the goals for, in goals for. And they scored 4 unanswered in the first game here in Smith Falls to come back and win that game. They started early, 14:54 played here, or left here in the first period. And a 2-1 Barry's Bay lead. Bennett into the corner, trying to move it out, flipped it up and over. Forecheck there by Langille. Across the line and in, Bennett knocked off the puck, Reed Russett, he'll spin and throw it towards the slot. Knocked off his stick there, curls out to the top of the circle, and it's out on a breakaway. Stops and waits, pulls up, shoots it far side and wide. And he couldn't come up with it. Laurent looking for his first of the playoffs.
I'm expecting Andrew McKenney here to have a breakout game. He's been kind of quiet in this series so far. I'm really expecting him to really put his mark on today's game.
Flareau's own to the red line, and Theo Todd gets it caught up in his feet. Townsend into the beautiful play by McKenney. As Justin mentions his name, he's got the footwork going early. Todd looking to the slot. He'll throw it off the foot of Kelly Summers, and that gets out to Harris. That pass over, and McKenzie on a break. 2-on-1, rebound, and he scored! Brett McKenzie, the fire wagon hockey commence. This is something we haven't seen all series. Goals, goals, and more goals.
Can we just call him Brett Canuck?
He is unbelievable,
Oh, man.
McKenzie. My goodness.
I think he was part of the Manotick Mariners earlier this season. He was involved in that trade for Jesse Dick.
Yes. Robin was talking about that actually, how that trade has really transformed their team in the right direction. She said nothing against Jesse Dick at all, but McKenzie's such a 5-tool. She didn't say 5-tool because I don't think anybody says that about hockey, but she said he does so many things well that it's helped their team so much.
And he's such an X factor. He's such a big body on the ice too. And the thing is watching him move on the ice, it doesn't look like he's moving fast, but he's blazing.
He really is. His size helps out with that, those long strides. That's passed off the boards by Lipinski. In the feet of Stay. In behind the net goes Kelly Summers. That pass to Stay, and they're out, and the confidence coming out of their own zone is something great to see for a Wolves fan. Harris tried to throw it over to Stay. Can't get around Sloan. Sloan made a smart play just to stay on the inside of Jared Stay, so he couldn't get to that puck. Boisclair out of his own zone. Across the blue line. They'll make a line change here for the Rideaus. Devin Campbell. He hasn't had a goal yet, which is incredibly surprising. One of the best defensemen in the entire league, and he just hasn't found the back of the net. He's done a lot of what a hit on the board by Dowdall. Slipped a pass back. Legille couldn't get there in time. Flipped out through center, and a chance for the leading scorer on goal. Scores! Wow. What a move, and that's why he's the leading scorer for a reason. Throws it through the wickets. 5 goals in 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Holy Dinah indeed.
We're in for a barn burner. And, you know, we're getting robbed of our time, just telling you right now.
Big time. It's flying by. Even with all these stoppages of the goals, it's not going to last long enough.
Hey, they're playing the Live is Life, the Canada song from the World Juniors.
Oh, nice.
Which you know, we didn't do so well in that tournament.
No. Well, that might be a little rallying cry. There's Michael McKenney there at the draw. Him and Lapine having a couple words there at the face-off circle. That pass across to Townsend, knocked down there by Lapine. It comes right back to the tape there of Rook, but he couldn't get, or Peg, and he couldn't get it down low. Out is Bennett. Toe drag, knocked off his stick. Leeson. That drop pass goes into the slot, and Townsend's there. The pass into the slot, and he scored! Oh, my word! It's 3-3. Smith Falls is on a roll.
And Leeson just said the how do you do to the Wolves fans in the crowd.
He sure did. Come right over, get him riled up. 6 goals, folks. As I spoke in the opening, remember how we used to always be wrong, Justin, when we did the broadcast? Every single thing we predicted would always go wrong. I spoke about how As I said about Barry's Bay, had to come out quick. I spoke about how there hadn't been a lot of goals in this series. Now I'm being proven wrong. We'll get the goal scoring summary up here for you in just a moment. But oh my goodness, this is something. Summers, that pass over to Stay. Stay, he throws it in around the net, and Dallas Slack there to meet that. That's kept there by Harris, trying to throw it out in front of the net. Taken away. Summers will rip a shot. Dallas Slack there to kick that out. Witzel into the corner, being harassed. McKenzie there knocks his man down, and a penalty coming to Barry's Bay. He tried to kick at the puck and took his feet out. Spencer Cobalt into his own zone, trying to move it out. Pass cross ice, they'll hit the blue line and they're in. Leeson and slot, stopped by Lipinski, and we'll have ourselves a penalty.
Shots currently right now in the Peter, 6-5 for the Rideaus.
11 shots, 6 goals.
Hey, it sounds like my save percentage when I played against Gananoque. We won't talk about that.
What do you think of the game so far, James?
We got the thumbs up.
Yes, indeed. A man of a million words.
But only uses a few.
Yes, indeed. Only uses a few. That's indeed right. This draw to the right of Lipinski. Lapine and Witzel. One for Barry's Bay, and it's shot down to Dallas Slack.
Anticipate here, Witzel's going to go to the front of the net, kind of like a Brendan Gallagher or Brad Marchand kind of player. And he's going to try and cause a distraction here for Lipinski.
That shot juggled by Lipinski from Spencer Cobalt. And this line, I mean, if you think of it, Spencer Cobalt, Eric Witzel, Townsend, Bennett on the back end is incredible. And then you've got on the other side Devin Cobalt as well. That sounds like a potent offensive unit. And with Barry's Bay being down a man, that could spell trouble. Minute 40 remaining in the power play. Scrum draw. The half wall, Lapine trying to dig it out, but it goes back to Bennett. He'll just shoot it through a screen. And Lipinski there, he'll get out to the top of the blue paint and make a tidy save, and he'll hold on for the whistle.
I got to say hi to our super fan, Cheryl Huffman.
Oh, God.
The chat is blowing up.
It really is.
I'm sorry I'm not as active on it today. I have a good reason.
Yes, he does. Like I say, he's a stats guy. Every time I think of, oh, geez, what's the out-of-town scoreboard? Boom, it's right out there from EOSHL TV. Thank you, Justin. That's pinned along the wall. Beasley will flip it around behind the net. Trying to bring that out. So Rideaus, they'll get it back to the point. Costello, the captain, almost knocked it down, but he couldn't. Jared Stay is off to the races on a short-handed chance. Stay! What a save by Dallas Slack. Came with him. Kept the right toe down and stopped one of the hottest players in the playoffs. Bringing it in is another hot player. Leeson tried to bank it off Lipinski, and that's when you know you're rolling, when you're trying to bank it off the goalie's head and in the net.
Hey, you gotta say, Dallas Slack once again comes up with the Texas-size save, shorthanded.
Hey, Tom, good to see you. Freedom, pleasure as always. Cheryl, hello, yep. And it sure is, what a game indeed. The draw to the left to Lipinski. It's a little bit of a muck show and flipped out through center by Summers. Hey, James. It usually gets to that number by the third. Through the mid-ice area, flipped up into the Barry's Bay bench. And they'll bring it down for a face-off outside the zone. And these do-or-die games, you're going to see crazy physicality as it goes along. I mean, it's been physical in the first period. Imagine what the third's going to be like.
They're going to be probably smelling each other's breath.
Yeah. Yes,
at that point.
Draw just outside the zone with 10 minutes and 2 remaining here in the first, 34 seconds remaining in the Smith Falls power play. That's flipped out through center and down the ice. Dallas Slack play that behind the net to Bennett. And he's being chased by Peg. Peg on him hard, the old stick lift, and Twig tap and back around the boards to Witzel. Lets it go and a smart play to Townsend. That shot through and a redirect goes a little high up into the mesh, and we'll have a draw with 12 remaining here in the power play for the Smith Falls Rideaus.
This is definitely not a start that both goaltenders are very happy with, but I can tell you right now they're happy that there's no one ahead of the other right now.
Absolutely. Evening it back up at 3, and the teams look to be settling it down as this game starts to get a little older. Summers flips it down the ice, and that's going to kill the rest of this power play for the Rideaus. Off the boards and out to center. Kelly Summers faked the slap shot. He had Dallas Slack out of the net. Pass cross ice. Chipped in. Harris will drill it around the boards, and in is Stay. Throwing it back behind the net. It rolled on him. He tried to get around him, and he still has the puck. A big body in great hockey sense is definitely difficult for any team, and the Rideaus have had to deal with him through 4, and they'll be happy when this series is over. Let me tell you that much. But they'll go on to play again in Aquay, who has some big guys as well. McKenzie in, trying to one-hand it behind the net. Good support here by Barry's Bay, but Smith Falls too strong. That's back to the point, kept in at the blue line. Kept in at the blue line. It's called for an offside, and they'll bring it outside the zone with 8:52 remaining here in the first.
I think maybe just came out by maybe just a hair.
Indeed, just a paint scraping. Well, it's incredible hockey, and we are so happy to bring it to you, and we hope that you're enjoying it there at home. Smith Falls, as we said at the beginning of the year, they look like a team destined to get past and into that championship, cross the blue line, and they are devastating. Every time they have the puck, they are an incredibly difficult team to stop. Barry's Bay doing everything they can with the series to do so. LeClaire in there with a big hit to get his guys going. Campbell keeps it in at the blue line. He'll chip that into the corner. Lapine go in. LeClaire support, and Peg chasing down McKinney as they'll chip it back in. Andrew McKinney, Flaro's own, and that beauty Flaro hockey stick. Beasley across the line, and that's in, and it's offside. We'll bring it out across the blue line.
I got a fun fact and a fun story to share. So Yammer Yager is linked to the Smith Falls Rideaus. So Smith Falls Rideaus head coach Rob Dobson played for the Pittsburgh Penguins back in 93-94 and faced off, and he's a goaltender, and faced off against none other than the legendary Montreal Canadiens' Patrick Waugh.
And I hear it was roughly this kind of game that Patrick Waugh played in his last game as a Montreal Canadian as well, before Dobson got in the game. Fleming out through center, and a turnover inside the zone, a shot, and it's Costello. The thing is, with Dallas Slack and Lipinski, they're just going to get better and better as the game goes along.
And the higher the volume of shots, the more of the work volume that they have, the more it's just going to be harder to beat them.
The shots on goal were really incredibly difficult. Every single one was a high quality chance. Not that the D is breaking down or anything. It's just the offense is shining through from either side. McKenzie at the draw. Say his name again. Langille? Langille. I'll get it, folks. It takes me forever to learn names, let alone a French name, Summers. It's the toe of the stick and goes up over the net. Fleming trying to keep it along the wall, but there is Tate Leeson out through center. Bennett lost that puck, but he'll throw it towards the net. A good play there to play it off the glass and out through center. Langille out through center to cross the blue line. Pass cross ice into the feet of McKenzie. Tried to corral that puck and couldn't. Looked out through center. Why I wanted to get his name right is because he has the puck so often, and I've talked about him so much. 4 goals in 3 games. You've got to get a guy like him right. Langille into the corner, but they're moving it out, and there's Michael McKinney. He looks like he's got a Flaro stick of his own, but I'll have to clarify that. Might be a CCM. And right into the corner, just evades the hit of Townsend. Stay. He'll now move out through center. Backhand pass to McKenzie, and it was just out of his reach. And a penalty coming to the, I don't know. It is looked like he gave him quite the sign there is what it looked like to me. Oh, it's to Tate Leeson. 2 minutes. We'll have to find out unless you saw what it was.
So right now, shots on goal are 10-9 for Madawaska Valley.
Who scored that last goal for Smith Falls?
Tate Leeson.
Was it Leeson?
Leeson, yeah.
That's right.
Leeson has 2 goals, as well as Brett McKenzie also has 2 goals on the game. So these two guys are looking to maybe get some hats thrown on the ice today.
Campbell over to Kelly, back over to Stay. Stay looking to the point, but they got it covered, and he'll go back down low to Lapine. Lapine, he's been lightning rod for the Wolves in this series. Campbell at the blue line, he'll throw it across ice now. Stay down low to Lapine. McKenzie giving him fits in the slot. Slot scored! My goodness me, the fits are continuing, and McKenzie, that big body, he's hard to contain, and it's a 4-3 Madawaska Valley lead.
Wow, I'm lost for words.
This is nuts. This is nuts. 2 high-quality hockey clubs, 2 of the best in the league. And the thing is, I mean, all series, James and I have been privy to a lot of great defense, great goaltending, and it was only a matter of time before the offense of these 2 powerhouse clubs leaks through.
Yeah, and it's it could be. I'm just lost for words, Billy. I really am. And this Madawaska Valley Wolves team is just absolutely. There's no quit in this group. And back to what we were saying about the series against Tweed, like they had never won a game against Tweed in Tweed, and they came back and in a winner-take-all game and proved those doubters wrong.
Well, Smith Falls is actually from a lot of the. That's passed over to Beasley here, or Witzel in the corner, throwing it into the slot to Summers. Smith Falls pressed behind the net, knocked away, thrown it through center. They were considered one of the favorites coming out of the West for the entire season, and for good reason. They're a high-powered club. Dallas Slack on the back end with Costello and Bennett, and Sloan. They have a great group, and Barry's Bay matching them stride for stride as Cobalt going around the net, and a save by Lipinski. They tried to bank it off him. Gets to the blue line. Sloan can't control it. It's out to center ice to Slack, not to be confused with Dallas. It's Nathan Slack, number 19 for the Rideaus. Pass to Theo Todd, and he gets a stick on it to chip it in, negate the icing. Lipinski to Summers. That's turned over. That's a shot, and he just missed it. The rebound, and Lipinski dove back, and
I think the net came off. Looked like the net came off.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Brett McKenzie with the hat trick goal.
Oh my goodness. Brett McKenzie.
What a player.
So on the season, or in the playoffs now, that's his 5th goal. He only had 2 prior to this, but he had 11 assists, if you can believe that. That's chipped in to Fleming, and he'll try and get it across ice. Smith Falls now closing off the gaps around him. Cross scored! What a pass and what a goal! It's 4-4 with 4:57 remaining. Goodness.
I got goosebumps.
It's unreal, this back and forth response by Smith Falls. And now what does Barry's Bay have in the tank for the rest of this period?
Bombs.
Yes.
Just bombs.
Yeah.
Like, wow. This is. I can't even put into words. I'm stunned.
The draw is one back to Bennett. Smith Falls trying to get up for the first time in a long time, it feels like, as there have been so many goals scored in this period, and this crowd loves it.
I think the last time I've seen this many goals in one period was when I was in Frontenac here, and we lost that game 20-2.
Well, yeah, and the first game for Smith Falls, I mean, if you talk about, was it Smith Falls they played? No. In the 20-2 game?
I was here.
It was.
It was here, and I think they lit us up for 8 in the first period alone.
20-2 and 18 to something?
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
And you're talking about 38 goals in 2 games. My goodness, like that's a testament to the high octane output they have in the pass up, and it's also a testament to a team that has no off switch.
No,
they have no off switch.
They really don't, and you know they have a lot of 5-tool players on their roster that kind of fit in everywhere. You know, you got your Witzels, you got your Bennetts, your McKennies, your Slacks. You know, everybody on this team has a role, and they all contribute in many different ways.
They roll lines. Like, it doesn't seem like they have the same line out. Stay McKenzie, and that's a pass through. McKenzie looked to get out on a breakaway on that, just out of his reach. Knocked down the slot. Shoots, and Dallas Slack comes up with a big one there. Throwing it back out through center. Enright. Pass taken away by Cobalt. Turns in the corner. Spins off of Enright now. Enright looking to get this puck back. Shot just missed the top shelf on Lipinski. The shot through, stopped, laid in front of the net there for a second, and out through center. Come stay and flip that into the zone. And Dallas Slack will fake that one, but he'll hold on for the draw. 3:36 to go here in the first, and a 4-4 tie.
Looks like he was trying to tag the runner out at second.
Yeah. Fire wagon hockey, that's what's on the table. Completely unexpected, let me tell you. Two teams playing with extreme confidence. And Gananoque, if you're watching, I would be taking note. Either one of these teams can really burn you if you give them the chance. Lapine and McKenney mucking around at the draw there. No call, thank goodness, for either side. Pass, Dowdall throws it up into the mid-ice area. Throwing it into zone here for Stay. Behind the net, pass to Leclerc. Knocked off Leeson's stick. Or not knocked down to Leeson's stick to Dowdall, and he'll flip it into the zone. 3:05 left here in the first frame. Summers behind the net, and Dowdall there just missed Summers with a hit. Lapine, what a nice play there to give it to where he was going to go instead of just turning it over. Now Smith Falls is starting to hit every single time. Barry's Bay touches the puck. Up and Ben Stralin, he's bodied against the wall by Fleming. Madawaska Valley trying to give it right back to them. Knocked down there. Langille couldn't pick that puck up. Campbell with Fleming. Campbell throwing it in through center. Campbell, great play there by Van Stralin. He fanned on it. It's chipped out through center now. Salter banking it in behind the net. 2:15 remaining in the first. High scoring, potent offensive first frame. Campbell drilling it in around the boards. Dallas Slack out to play it. Nathan Slack with a goal in the game will hold on to that behind the net and wait for his guys to get set up. That pass over to Sloan. Theo Todd. Enright backhands that out through center. A huge hop in the mid-ice area. And a hand pass. Bring it to a dead stop. Well, don't leave after the first period's over. The first intermission, we'll have game 3, the recap of this series. And that was brought to you by Justin Allery. That was the last time we were here. Smith Falls, epic game. Townsend, that pass over to Bennett. Theo Todd. Good back check by Stay. He'll flip that into the zone, and Dallas Slack comes out to play that one. One of the best puck players in the league. Flipped out through center. Caught Kelly coming into the zone. I think Nolan Rook was there, but Theo to the slot, and a big block there by Kelly Summers. Up to Stay, couldn't knock it down, and it's going to go for an icing.
Kelly Summers is in a lot of pain right now. Took a block off that ankle, and he's in a lot of discomfort right now.
That is good on the referee. I don't know if you saw that, Justin. Summers should still be on the ice because of the icing. Summers took the block shot. The referee didn't force him to come back on the ice. A+, big time.
Yeah, I think that's the only exception in the rule is like if the guy's actually hurt, they don't, they can have a substitution there.
That draw is a scrum draw. Possibility here for the Rideaus to come out with it, but it's a 3-on-2 for Campbell. Over to Harris. Harris trying to throw it into Campbell. It's flipped off the glass and out through center. Witzel leaves it there for Cobalt. Cobalt knocked off the puck by McKenzie. Witzel into the corner. Campbell gives him a ride. McKenzie flipped that out through center now. The feet of Harris. Harris waiting for his mates to catch up. Tried to hit McKenzie in stride, but a beautiful play by Devin Cobalt to knock that down. Devin McKenzie now in the zone, the late part of this first. The backhander, and I think Slack lost it for a second, but threw the pad out the last second to keep it out along the wall. Devin Campbell flip it in with 33 to go. And right in the corner, nice play there, and a great forecheck by Eric Witzel. Throwing it along the wall, and they need a change. No, Peg was going the opposite direction. Beasley across the blue line. Knocked off a foot there. Screens into the corner. Spencer Cobalt behind the net to McKenney. Michael McKenney being boarded against the wall by Enright, and it flipped around to LeClaire, and he'll throw that cross ice too hard for Pag. Drilled back in around the wall. Coming to the point, it's Tate Leeson. Shoots it just far side and wide. And this period is going to come to a dramatic close as a 4-4 game in 20 minutes. If that's not enough for you, stay tuned because we've got a lot more to come. What a period, Justin.
Yeah, it didn't lack anything in that period. Physicality, it had physicality, had goals, everything you can ask for to start off a game.
Oh, it really did. And, they'll probably tighten it up a little bit defensively in the second, but keep that fire wagon hockey going, and we'll all be happy for that. But through 20 minutes, 4-4 game, we'll have game 3 of the Smith Falls Rideaus Barry's Bay Wolves series. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. The anticipated game between two warrior of hockey clubs here from the Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League. One in the Highlands, one in the Lakes. What do they have in store for us and you, the fan at home, for this 60-minute performance? Dallas Slack will play it off the glass. LeClaire's changing. You need to go a little quicker than that, and look at what it turns into. He scores! Curtis LeClaire coming off the ice, and they couldn't change. And the Rideaus benefit from that. They're out to a 1-0 lead. He's there. Summers was hollering for it. Across the blue line, that puck gets to McKenzie. Drop, shot, scored! Right through the wickets, and Barry's Bay will even it up on a power play. And it's 1-1, and I don't know if you can hear this crowd. My goodness. Madawaska Valley on the road getting a pretty loud cheer for that goal. Talent has really kept them along the ride for the season. That's what they've been known for. That's a drop pass. McKenney. Cobalt shot, a stop. That's in behind him. He scored! The shot bounced up and over Lipinski, and it's a 2-1 lead now for the Rideaus. Top of the circle, trying to go through his legs, but couldn't. And Lapine gets his stick lifted, and Boisclair is off to the races on goal. Scored! A turnover at the blue line, and it's a 2-goal lead now. Boy, oh boy, Lapine will not be happy after that one. A breakaway. What a move by Boisclair. Shoot it through the redirect, and somehow Dallas Slack, my goodness, he is something special. Along the wall, Spencer Cobalt takes down Sinclair. Sinclair hits Cobalt, and he felt that one. In is Summers. The shot scored! Kelly Summers, the shot, and it hit him in front of the net. Redirected in. Spencer Cobalt went down to block the shot, and it careened off him and went into the corner pocket. And Costello is not a happy camper. And the short end goal was Boisclair from Van Stralen. I don't know how that happened because it was a turnover at the blue line. It should have been an unassisted goal for Boisclair. That shot through, kicked rebound, no goal. They will not count that. It was after the buzzer sounded. Now Summers over, down to Lapine, shoots, scored! And a wicket played and a wicket goal, and it's a 4-3 Rideaus lead now. Line stay, he'll keep it in. McKenzie with that puck, looking back to the blue line, he'll get to Summers. Summers will rip it on, goal! What a great save by Dallas Slack. Flashes the leather, and Summers looks skyward. The Rideaus need one more defensive effort. Can Cobalt block a shot like he did in that last play? The Dallas Slack have another snare in his glove. What do we have here, folks? The draw to the right of Dallas Slack. Lapine, McKenzie, Summers stay. Devin Campbell as well out there. That's in behind the face-off to the blue line stay. He'll shoot it towards the net, and it hits a foot, and it's out to center, and that is going to do it. The Smith Falls Rideaus are going to win this game in a 4-3 final, and they'll go to Madawaska Valley with a one-game series lead. And Valley Cottage Raising and Moving Incorporated. Restore your cottage foundation without demolishing and rebuilding your home. They specialize in cottage lifting, which involves raising and building off the ground to repair or replace damaged foundations. This process is also helpful for adding foundations, moving the home to a new location, or adding a new floor. Their team tailors lifting solutions based on the needs and requirements of clients, ensuring the process is safe and effective from start to finish. Call Michael Summers at 613-585-3276. If you're just tuning in, you missed a lot. 8 goals in that first period, and the shots on goal favored Madawaska Valley 12-11. This could take a day and a half to do this. Jared Stay got Barry's Bay off and running. Back-to-back goals here for Barry's Bay. One for Stay from McKenzie and Summers, then McKenzie from Summers and Stay again. Those three are quite a dynamite threesome. Then Nathan Slack, a nice shot from the point from Devin and Spencer Cobalt. And then a 3-1 lead from Brett McKenzie and Kelly Summers and Ben Harris for the Wolves. Then Smith Falls, Tate Leeson, leading scorer in the league with 33 on the year. He got 2 more from Kyle Dowdall and Kate Townsend. And Townend had an assist on his second goal from David Bennett, guy we've been talking about all game long. Then the goals just kept coming. Brett McKenzie from Robert Lapine and Jared Stay, and Theo Todd and Andrew McKenney with Reed Russett assisting on the 4th Smith Falls goal. Justin, it's your first game of the series. Were you expecting this type of offense?
Well, I've been paying close attention to this series all series long, and and I guess you can say in the previous games the goal scoring didn't come to what we are at now. But I guess you can also say that first period was the Tate Leeson and the Brett McKenzie show, because just they're showcasing their abilities out there and what they can do on the ice when you give them some space and maybe a little bit of room, and watch them put some points up on the board.
Well, there was a request for a gentleman from the Barry's Bay Wolves to say hello to Peter Large out there from a buddy here in the arena. Yep. So what a period, and very few penalties in that first period, which I love, just 3 in total. And keeping it 5 aside is absolutely terrific. The guys kept it between the lines, and we expect just the same amount here in the second period.
I will expect here at Barry's Bay, what they really need to do here is they need to be a little more cautious when they're sending pucks up the middle. They did practically gift wrap a few pucks right up the middle to Smith Falls, and I believe they capitalized at least on one of them. And that you got to be a little more cautious and more alert on the ice in terms of knowing where your D partners are and your forwards are. Throwing a puck carelessly up the middle can really cost you in a hockey game, and in this case, a playoff series.
When you're putting the puck on someone's stick that has the name of McKenney, Cobalt, Tate Leeson, etc., that's wearing a Smith Falls jersey, you could be in deep, deep trouble. So Barry's Bay looking to clean up the defensive end. Smith Falls looking to keep rolling offensively, and Barry's Bay, I think that they would like to keep this at a low-scoring game and find that last marker late here in the third period. You get up into the 7-8 goal marker, it can be demoralizing, especially if Smith Falls scores first. It's got to be Barry's Bay scoring first for them to get the ball rolling. If Smith Falls does first, this crowd's going to erupt.
We just had our all-star zebras on the ice.
Yes, indeed.
Their end usually indicates that the teams are going to be coming onto the ice in any second now.
Letting the ice settle, something that I was hoping they'd do more of, especially here in Smith Falls. It's such a warm arena. You can see the puddles of water out on the ice.
Let it wait a little bit, yeah.
You betcha. It's nice that here in Smith Falls and out in Madawaska Valley, they do something in every intermission. Gives it even more time for the ice to settle.
Except for that silly rubber rug that always leaves those little rubber pellets.
Every single game. They're getting smarter now. Every time that they bring the rug out, they bring out a shovel and a scraper and a bucket. So they are always prepared now, which is great out there in Barry's Bay. If you come to this arena, James didn't tell me if he liked the poutine or not, but it smelled amazing, and it was a huge portion. Come and get a poutine for the love of Pete. I'm seeing them all over the arena.
Yeah, he told me he liked it. He's a man of few words, but he did say he loved the poutine. So, one thing I want to mention here. So, Smith Falls, they have such a lethal attack, but you also have to wonder here too. They're without Andrew Sprague, and they're also without Calvin Witasek. These two guys are just absolutely dynamite and dynamic to this roster, and like without these guys, can you imagine what this team would be like with those two in the lineup?
It's almost crazy. Unfair. Andrew Sprague with that MCL strain, which is really unfortunate. Thoughts and prayers to you there, brother. And also Witasek, 17 stitches in the chin in that game in Frontenac. It's taking him out for the whole playoffs.
And hopefully, don't know if baby's born yet, but if so, congratulations. You're to enjoy the very few, the very many sleepless nights you're going to get.
I tell you, it ends quickly, so enjoy the time. I'm telling you, Justin can attest to that as well. My son's now going to be 18 in April. My daughter's turning 13 next year, and it's really, it doesn't last long enough, I'll tell you. And here comes the Rideaus, and listen, folks, to that crowd. Yeah, they are pumped up here in Smith Falls. When you're walking through, my son, it took him 45 minutes to get from
getting his poutine to getting up here.
Absolutely, it was just locked down, and a great crowd on hand again here from the Smith Falls Memorial Center. You'll see a lot of green seats with no butts in them, but if you look around the boards and you look up above where everybody's sitting, there's so many people standing that this place would be, I think, filled because. It's wall to wall in here.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm just saying this as my own personal opinion. This would be a great venue for an All-Star game, would not?
I couldn't agree more. It'd be perfect for an All-Star game. It's nice, warm, big, and bright. It's beautiful here in Smith Falls.
And there's no ugly netting.
100%. That's the big key. No netting here in Smith Falls. The first draw, the second period, is knifed down to Dallas Slack, and he calmly plays that over to David Bennett. That pass connects with Cobalt. He'll move it out through center. Gains the blue line, throws it in on Lipinski. He'll steer that aside. They'll rip that towards the net, making sure Lipinski is there to get back to the net quickly, be on his toes. Goes back to the blue line. Pass over, tried the old tip shot, a tip pass into the slot, and it's knocked down. Shot through, Lipinski. Grab that in the belly pad and hold on for the whistle. 4-4.
Almost got stuck in his belly button.
Forget the lint.
Just look for the puck.
You got her, Cotter. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. Everyone in the chat, looks like it's heavily favored to both sides, and hit that like button, get as many people in here so they can witness some excellent hockey from the Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League. Small towns, big hearts, and terrific hockey all across this league. And you're seeing two of the best right now in a 5-game series that, thank goodness it went the limit so we didn't get shortchanged. Back to the point, and Summers, he'll hold up and drill that. Wide side. Opportunity there by Longiel. Across the blue line. I keep peeking over to Justin to make sure I get it right. That pass is picked off, and they're off to the races. A chance here now. The hot hand. Backhand. Oh, baby. Dallas Slack comes across. Makes a great save. Ripped that one wide by Kofeld. Smith Falls out through center. Fleming trying to get on that one, but Leeson's too quick. And Dowd drill that one wide up into the mesh. And when it comes down, it should be probably a draw outside the zone. I don't think it hit anything. Oh, no, probably hit the defender's stick there for Barry's Bay, just to the left of Lipinski.
Dallas Slack showing why Dallas Slack has been the winner of the USHL's top goaltender in previous years. He shows flashes of Patrick and a little bit of Price in there too, but he wears number 33 because of Patrick Waugh.
Great goalies to mirror yourself after, I'll tell you. In the corner, short pass to Campbell. He runs into the referee, and Russett is on him. Gets his stick, foot free. His stick was all tied up. That's out through center. Peg. Sloan meets him there. The big slash at the puck. Stood still. Dallas Slack. He'll flip it off the boards. Leclerc just missed that one. Lapine. Over to Leclerc. Rolled on his stick. Good play there by Nathan Slack. He'll throw it in behind the net to Reed Russett. He'll turn the corner. Flip it out through center. Caught in the middle was Enright in a 2-on-1 break. Slot chance, and Russet couldn't complete it. Lipinski there to squeeze the pads. Steered away with the stick. Drilled along the wall by Leclerc, but Slack was able to get it in behind the net. Dowdall looking into the mid-ice area for Todd. That's chopped down. Both teams coming out really strong in this second period. Throwing the hits big time. Devin Campbell, graceful but quick. Behind the net, keeps to the puck. Trying to win it back again. He's got 2 Rideaus on him, and Nathan Slack will make a nice pass to Dallas Slack, and they'll hold on for the whistle. 2 minutes and 32 seconds played. A great game, do or die.
So far, lots of physicality to start this second period, and like you said, they really kind of tightened things up a little bit. Aside from that high danger scoring opportunity, where Dallas Slack made that monster save, it's been they've definitely tightened up quite a bit.
They got back to their hockey ways here, and I can imagine the coaches were saying that in the intermission. Cobalt, Longy gets that back. Drilled along the wall by LaRonde. 200-foot player for Barry's Bay. But there's Cobalt trying to move that out in front of the net and make something out of that play. Bennett shoots it towards the net. Devin Cobalt drops it. Townsend shot through. Rebound on the doorstep, and he just couldn't get the backhand on it. Flipped into the slot. Spencer Cobalt in the shot, and he gobbles up the rebound, and he'll hold on for the face-off. Oh, they are like bees to honey around that net. Smith Falls looking like they're on a power play there, hemming in the Wolves deep inside their zone. Lipinski was able to find that one.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing is you want to be very, very cautious when Smith Falls has possession in your zone, because they're literally a shot away from always taking a lead.
100%, they're so fast. Flipped off the glass. Stay, chips it out through center. After that is Harris. Forces the neutral zone, and Stay flipped it back in. Townsend, DDD pass to Bennett. Defensive play there in the neutral zone. Smith Falls will regain the puck. Or out through center, and it's Salter going on the far side, and he ripped it high and just sent it over the crossbar, back to the point, bring it into the corner. To his feet, trying to move that puck towards the net. Rebound shot, and he fired it wide. Lipinski was down. They're looking for the top shelf now on Ethan Lipinski.
And maybe they see something that that they can capitalize on.
Good hit on Salter there by Summers. He felt it. Back behind the net. It's in behind McKenzie. He didn't see it. Off the boards, trying to get it out through center. McKenny will keep that zone. It's across ice. Line change. Chipped off the boards, kept in. McKenny again. Throwing it into the corner. Dowdall along the half wall. Back to the point. Costello flips it in. A great save by Lipinski. That was dangerous.
Very dangerous. They took away his eyes, and they could have scored big on that one. Nice shot.
Great save by Slack. Harris throws it around the net in a good play. Stay was there waiting. That shot goes up and into the mesh. Good hit there by Michael McKenny to fill in. Stay in a little bit of rough stuff after the whistle. The refs come over to break that up.
I know you're saying earlier, Billy, that your predictions have always been wrong, but I got to tell you, your prediction on this series couldn't have been more right. You predicted this was going to go 5 games, and man, you were you couldn't have been more right on this.
Both teams winning their home games, and both teams having chances to win on the road as well, which was really created such an incredible series. Tight 4 games. That's chopped into the slot. I'm not right very often, Justin. It's nice to be acknowledged for it. Chipped into the corner, and Bennett is there first for Smith Falls. He'll evade the forechecker and trying to come out with that. Through center, across the blue line, into the slot. Lipinski will stop it with his stick, and he'll hold on for the faceoff. He is real.
Peter Large, welcome to the chat.
Draw to the right of Lipinski, and 14:51 to go here in the second period of what has been, of course, an epic battle between two very deserving teams. who will meet Gananoque on Sunday. Flip through to center. Fleming back, hits the tape. Kofelt tripped and fell. It's off the glass. Long Gale around the boards. Kofelt battling. Can't get theirs. There's 3 Rideaus to support the Todd. Nice defensive play there. Chips it back down the ice. Townsend go in after this one. A line change for the Wolves. McKenney was calling for that puck. It's going to be an icing and bring it back 200 feet. Well, boy. Oh, show him. Well, this game was highly talked about all week. Everybody hoping we were doing this game, and for good reason. 2 high-quality clubs putting it all on the line, trying to make their fans proud, and I think they've been successful in that. That snap shot, it's in offside. They'll bring it outside the line.
Shots on goal right now is 16-15 for the Smith Falls Rideaus.
Well, they've turned it around here. Their shots are so close. But got a couple extra here in this period. Smith Falls, I mean, they had their legs in the first period. They were moving, but right now it looks like they're getting the better of the Wolves. The scoring opportunities as well. Barry's Bay looking for their opportunities. Smith Falls taking them right now. Beasley chipped out through center. Lapine battling. He can't win that one. Lipinski comes out to play it. Throws it around along the glass. Kept by Cobalt. He'll throw it in the corner. Lapine takes the hit. Into the slot. Back to the point. Costello. Snap that through. Scores! Redirected in front. Smith Falls has got a lead. It's 5-4 for the home squad.
Mr. Costello with the shot from the point, and that puck had eyes.
I don't think Lipinski saw it. No, he's shaking his head. I don't think he saw that the whole way in. And the goals keep coming. Took a little while for this one, but the teams still know where the back of the net is.
As you were saying, Billy, they're targeting those top corners on Lipinski.
Yep.
Whether he knows it or not, I'm sure he does now.
This draw, center ice. Dowdall, he'll chip that to McKenney, but Summers, his own zone. McDonald, a pass right to Kofelt. Stops up, tries to throw it to McDonald, and it's picked up, taken out through center the other way. Dowdall, he can make magic happen. Slot, and a great save, the rebound there. And a great defensive play to thwart that opportunity. Shoots, and it hit the water bottle, but on top of the net. Flipped off the glass, and that bounced back inside the zone.
Tate Leeson was trying his best Vladimir Guerrero move there with the
oh yes, indeed, trying to knock it down.
If that went in, that would have not. I don't think that was really north.
A little high.
Yeah, just a little high, over the head.
2 goal nets high. And that came off its peg.
Maybe for as tall as me, maybe the crossbar is
Indeed, it might have worked for you or I, big time. 13:09 to play here in the second period. Smith Falls jumps out to a 5-4 lead. Back to the point it goes. Sloan throwing it into the corner. Kelly Summers trying to board Witzel. Chipped off the wall, the blue line, and kept in. Campbell didn't see him. Into his feet. Flipped into the zone. Harrison after it. Slack will get there first. Drill it around the net. He'll let it go. Back to the point. A shot through, and he missed the far side. Devin Campbell keep it in. Backhand that in. Stay the shot, and a stop by Dallas Slack. Kenzie and Cobalt battling. Stay, throws it in behind the net. Harris trying to get there first. Slack. Chance. Stay, a shot, and a great block there in front of the net by Sloan. It's thrown down the ice and right on goal. Lipinski. Campbell trying to get it up quick. Tried to chip it over. And they're away on a 2-on-1 now. Oh, the Rideaus. Boisclair and Lipinski stones him there. A great save. A great chance for the Rideaus. Flipping it out through center now. Come in onside. Bennett waited just long enough. Campbell boards his man against the wall. That bouncing puck almost found a Rideaus stick. Harris flips it out through center and down the ice it goes. And Strawlin in his own zone and throw that over to Townt. Across the midline. That shot, he ripped it over the net, but they'll gain the zone because of it. Bouncing puck, chipped into the corner. Wauclair, they have got their feet moving now, let me tell you. That's a slot, that's a ripped shot off the red peg and stays out. Bennett, he'll win that foot race. Come in behind the net, try to skate out with it, and he'll go by two of them, but he can't get past the third one. Over to Langiel. Can't come up with it. And the Rideaus again on an odd man rush with a slot pass. Reed rushed it, and Lipinski looked to push with his right foot. Thank goodness he didn't. He kept his right foot down. Made a save on that one.
Looks like Lipinski might be, maybe he's fixing his equipment. Not sure what's going on right now. He's fixing his equipment. But yeah, Barry's Bay right now, they're scrambling right now on their own end, and they got to be careful when it comes to where that puck is. It's been a lot of chance, like a lot of times here in this game where it's just getting thrown up the middle, and a lot of high danger. Well, basically the Rideaus, and basically it may cost, like as I said earlier, it's going to cost them if they keep making those mistakes.
110%. Silent Creek. It's got to be north of 400. I will see if I can find out what the attendance was the last time that we were here, because I think it's actually even more than that it was the last time that we were here. And there is no number, but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
I would say that. I've been to this rink a lot, and yeah, this is by far the biggest attendance I've seen.
Dallas Slack back into his cool, calm demeanor. Shot through, steered up into the glass. Goes back to the blue line and comes out to the center ice. Ripped around the glass. And the Rideaus, they'll pick it up in their own zone. Looking to move out with it. Shipped over to Russet and gains the blue line. Nice move around a man on goal, and a great save by Lipinski with a glove. He flipped it out through center. Here comes Lapine. Lapine, he stops at the blue line, turns up. He's knocked down to the ice. Slack in across that blue line. Stay. The shot up over the net, the rebound there. Costello. He'll march away with that puck off the glass and out through center. Backpedaling into his own zone, flips it into the center ice area, and we've just hit the halfway point of this game.
I feel like the heat just went up just a notch right now on the ice.
It's warm. It is warm. Heating up. Hopefully the ice doesn't melt. Stay in his own zone. He'll wait for his guys to get set up. Summers. McDonald trying to chip it off the boards. Get it through center. Thwarted by the Rideaus. That pass over to Stay. Lets that hit his foot. They'll move it back and rip it into the zone. Knocked down by the Rideaus, and they're out. Everything's hitting their sticks now. McKenney loses that puck. Nice play by McDonald. Just missed Kofeld. And Laurent. Flipped around the boards by Sloan. McDonald. Summers. Hits a man. Chance. Score! Ripped it top shelf, and Michael McKenney gives the Rideaus a 2-goal lead.
Hey, McKenney got on the board.
Yep.
not Andrew, but
it was one of them.
One of them.
Indeed. A turnover inside the Madawaska Valley zone results in the 6th goal of the game for the Rideaus. And I'll tell you right now, they are buzzing. The Rideaus are really moving now.
They're swimming right now.
Scrum draw. Witzel comes away with it, flips it off the glass and down to Kelly Summers. Turned over on goal, and a stop by Lipinski. Knocked down and out through center. 3-on-2 break now for the Wolves. On the side, Stay to Summers, a shot. Stopped by Dallas Slack, and if you look at the mid-ice, Devin Cobalt and Brett McKenzie having words. He's a guy that Barry's Bay definitely needs. Brett McKenzie, as he's already got a hat trick in this one. Face-off will be to the right of Dallas Slack with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go here in the second period. And if you're just tuning in, this is the all-important Game 3. Winner take all to face the defending champion Gananoque Islanders on Sunday. And we'll have that game for you. And that's out through center. Crossed over to Salter, and he'll snap a shot. It's a defenseman trying to come away with it. Oh, he's hit in the jaw there. The play goes on. In behind the net, Campbell. He'll chip it into the corner. Lapine flows it in behind the net. Boisclair there to thwart that opportunity. Good hit there, and I'll tell you right now, the hitting is starting to heat up for both sides.
They better get some sunscreen on the ice.
Jordan Ryan, he is not in a good mood, and there's Lapine in his own zone, mucking it up there. A lot going on after the whistle. These two teams, it's getting chippy. It's just past the halfway point. One is going to go home and get ready for the spring. The other will keep their march for the championship going.
To Gananoque Sunday.
You betcha.
And you know, whoever is going to be playing Gananoque in that next round, they're going to have their hands full with Brock Higgs, Ben Blasco, and Kevin Domingue.
Yes, Domingue.
Domingue, not Domingue, not Domingue, it's Domingue.
Yes, sir.
If you're the announcer listening at home, it's Domingue.
Drilled along the wall there. And Smith Falls will come out with it. They'll look for another. The wrap stopped by Lipinski off the glass. And a chance here for Lang. Nice move. He can't get around the defenseman. He took the body, not the puck. Smart play. It's just sitting there, and no Wolf can come up with it. A terrific play by Brett Costello, looking into the slot. The Wolves inside the zone, coming out with it. That shot hits one of the 12 bodies and sitting on top of Dallas Slack. That backhand pass is taken away by Costello, and Tate Leeson trying to find a lane to go in for, and he'll just flip it into McKenney. McKenney in behind the net. Flip back to the point now. Slack throws it along the boards, around the other side to Reed Russett. McKenney shoots, and Lipinski stopped that, and he's going to gobble up the rebound and hold on for the faceoff.
The Rideaus are shooting from absolutely everywhere on the ice. They're trying to get that rebound because right now Lipinski is just giving up way too many rebounds right now from everywhere. And the Rideaus recognize this, and they're going to try and capitalize on this as much as possible.
It was something actually Barry's Bay, Madawaska Valley was doing throughout the series when they were thriving, is putting it on net, getting the rebound, getting bodies in front. Right now it doesn't seem like they can get in the zone long enough to make that happen. Stay, that pass over. Picked up by the Rideaus, they'll send it in. A nice play by Todd. He's on goal, and Lipinski will stop that one. Back to the point for Slack. Drill it around the glass, hits a stanchion. Almost popped out in front of the net. Summers. It's a little pass over to McKenzie. He'll throw it rink wide. Chipped off the boards and out to center. Barry's Bay have got to make their own opportunities. The Rideaus are not going to give them anything. Peg turns, he'll throw it, and that'll just go back to Sloan inside the Rideau zone. Throwing it around the net. Slack can't come up with it. It's not going to go for icing. Campbell and Summers being harassed by Witzel. It's almost knocked down. Flipped over. That pass by LaRon won't complete. Goes in behind the net for Campbell. Witzel chases after him to Kelly Summers. Summers over to Campbell, and he'll shriek out through center. Throwing it in behind the net, and Dallas Slack out to meet that one. Slack, pass over to two open Rideaus on his one side, and they'll dump it down the ice and go for icing. We'll have a face-off with 5:46 to go here in the second period. 6-4, Smith Falls lead. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Kyler.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's piling in. Keep hitting that like button. The more we do, from what my son says, it'll keep the YouTube sharing it. And our rebound stopped by Slack. And more people can see this excellent league. Beautiful hockey and semi-pro hockey, Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League. He fans on it. And now the Rideaus come out through center again. Spencer Cobalt, that is offside, and they'll bring it in inside the zone for a face-off. What a game, folks. What a series, and it will end tonight. What it's all about. Great hockey by two great teams battling until the final buzzer. Lipinski's been having some goaltending equipment issues. Try and fix that. It can be frustrating for a goalie when you aren't confident in your equipment. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I know that feeling. A couple times when I'm playing, sometimes my my knee stacks get caught my knee guards, and it kind of like jams in your leg or in your goal pants. Like it's awkward.
Restricts your movement.
It does.
McKenzie throwing it through the mid-ice area, and around him is Stay on goal. Ripped a shot and wide of the net. Backhands it around. Slack there to meet it. He's almost lifted, and he'll gobble that puck up, and a smart play there to hold on for that one. My goodness.
I don't think I've ever seen a goalie do it like that before. Just hop behind the net and just take it in front and
cover it up.
Clever. It was a clever play.
This period has flown by. There's only 5:08 to go now in the second frame. 25 minutes left in one of these two teams' seasons, unless they hit an extra frame. Draw to the left of Dallas Slack. It's Lapine, Colfelt, Campbell, Summers. Looks like Stays up there. Moving forward. Campbell throwing it to beyond the net. Nope, I'm sorry, that's Peg. I say. They're throwing everything against the wall now, but Peg's had a great job up front. And holy Dinah.
He's got hands.
Indeed. That's a long pass, and Kofeld will receive it. It's knocked off his stick, turning it back the other way and dumped down to Lipinski. He'll throw that up to Peg. Peg chips it off the glass. After that one is Lapine, but they'll just play glass catch here, back and forth. Summers firing a long pass that's knocked down and an icing, or an offside indicated. I actually thought it was going to be an icing. Thrown in behind the net, and the crowd won't like that too much. Summers had his feet taken out from underneath him. Drilled there now by Devin Campbell. Into the corner, Wauclair met by McKenzie. Campbell in behind the net, throwing it off the boards and around to the other side for Stay.
Great thing about Kelly Summers on that play was he stayed cool as a cucumber.
Yes, indeed. He didn't get mad and take the rest of the shift off.
Sometimes you get angry like that, on a missed call. You know, sometimes you end up costing your team by taking a penalty.
Absolutely. Means the refs are putting the whistle away. 3:42 to go. We hope you're enjoying this at home, folks. What does that say? Leclerc beating the boots off some. Oh. Yeah.
We'll find out when the clock strikes 0 in the third period. We'll see.
100%. McKenzie throwing it in behind the net. Summers, that sip pass there. Hit McKenzie's tape, and he'll go out through center with it. Pass over and a chance and a shot. Hits a stick and goes wide of the net. LaRonde in behind the net. 2-2 Rideaus. Turning on him is Slack. To Russell. McKenney to Todd. And they're in. Todd throwing it to the net, and what a great pass. And Sloan just out of his reach. Flipped out through center. Thrown back into the zone. Kelly Summers, the captain, up through, and a nice play there to chip it into the zone. Nathan Slack there first to meet it. Backpedaling into the corner. Throwing it around the boards to Andrew McKenney, but it didn't get there enough. That Zamboni door is probably one of the worst in the league I've seen. My goodness, the puck's hop.
Pinball machine.
It really is. That's out through center now. Chance back for Colfelt. Colfelt, toe drag, gets it into the corner, throwing it into the slot. 3 Rideaus there. Spencer Cobalt up to Witzel. Witzel being bodied by Campbell. Campbell getting the stick moving and going, and get it in behind the net, looking out to the slot for Devin Campbell. It won't get there. Cross ice now to Bennett. Bennett spinning on Devin Campbell, the guy who never runs out of energy. Number 4, the assistant captain for the Wolves. Shot through a screen, the redirect turning to the stick of Devin Coble. This action is fast-paced and furious. Listen to this crowd. It's going to be a high stick and brought down. 1 minute, 59 seconds left in the second period.
Where did time go?
It's gone. We're never getting it back. My goodness. What do you think, son? Pretty wild.
Gives a
Another
thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yep. Pardon? Me too. Wild.
I was chatting with Ange Colley, the as I like to call El Presidente, this week, and she's a big Boston Bruins fan. And I said, "How do you like Marchand now in the Smith Falls Rideaus colors?"
That's good. I like that. I can't imagine she likes that too much, but she got a good kick out of it, though. That's a hard pass. It's out of the reach of Ethan Pegg, and it's going to go 200 feet for an icing. 2 goals needed for the Wolves. 2 goals to defend for the Rideaus. Unbelievable. On the seat, on the edge of your seat.
And right now, the only way you're going to beat Dallas Slack is if you take his eyes away and basically get in his kitchen.
Got to get it a half a foot off the ice. It's got to come over his pad. He's really, really good down low. Shoot away from his glove, because I'm telling you, anything in that, it's like the Bermuda Triangle. You throw it through his glove, it doesn't come back. Lapine throwing it into the slot for Pegg. He couldn't complete that. Harris, the backhander, and stick flailing, turns into this. Tate Leeson. Leeson!
Hat-trick goal.
And he scores!
And Devin Campbell is not happy.
It's a 7-4 lead. Holy moly.
Hey, didn't we say something about hat tricks in the first period?
Yes, indeed.
Both those guys have their hat tricks now, and we got some more hats flying on the ice.
You betcha. The nice thing here is they actually throw it back over the boards back to them. And the NHL, they're gone.
Yeah, that's very true.
3 of them on the ice.
People in the stands like, I thought I was getting my hat back.
Yeah, they usually do. 7-4 now. Smith Falls with 1:13 to go here in the second period. Scrum draw, 1 back. Dallas Slack calmly backhands that over. Costello. Costello up. A headman pass to Cobalt. Cobalt. Good defensive play there by Campbell, but the pack mentality from the Rideaus is starting to shine through. Stay. Cross over now. Benjamin into the slot. It's knocked off his stick. Scored!
Wow.
Devin Campbell, what a backhander that was.
Billy, you were talking about he hasn't scored yet. Well, there's his first goal.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
A lot
Yes,
of things
indeed.
happen in this
It
game.
really is completing the story right in front of us. Holy Dinah. Stay actually, I think, was looking for the one-timer on that. Campbell took over, and that was a sweet little backhand. And they bring it within 2 again. 12 goals.
What I love about Devin Campbell is the way he plays his game. He allows Kelly Summers to just open up and do his thing. He's able to play more of a defensive style of game while kind of having that like offensive awareness on the ice of where Kelly is.
I couldn't agree more. They're such a great pair. That pass over across the blue line. McKenzie will drill it on, and again, Dallas Slack snares that one. And he'll hold on for the faceoff. I am in. Oh.
Kind of reminds me of PK Subban and Andre Markov at their time in Montreal, where Markov allowed PK to kind of do his dipsy doodling around in the offensive zone, and Markov would just kind of be there, like, just kind of sweeping up anything that defensively need to be done.
I saw a clip of Subban the other day. It's really too bad that didn't work out in Montreal, because he was exciting.
He really was, and I loved watching him in Nashville too. It was a lot of fun. Then kind of dropped off in New Jersey, but
Yeah, that was not good.
He was a fun hockey player to watch.
Summers. Oh, Townsend, a nice play to get by Summers. You don't see him go for the hit like that very often, but he had him labeled. They got 10 seconds to try and get one here in the late stages of the second period. Slack saw it all the way and steered it aside. There's nobody in front of the net. That's going all the way down. And with
Yeah, no, they're going to put 2 seconds left on the clock.
Are they?
Yeah, official Brad Crawford is just telling him, put two more seconds left on the clock.
I didn't know how much time was even left. I was trying to think of something to say because I couldn't believe that the period was already over. And then I heard the horn. I was like, what is going on? I thought it was already over.
Good on Brad for recognizing that.
Yeah. But it's not going to do much. That's going to end the period. And I tell you, fire wagon hockey is not even the right word for this. This is something else.
Robert Lapine went to go slap at the puck right as the ref dropped the puck and broke his stick in the process.
Oh, for God's sakes. Well, before we go into an intermission, just want to once again thank Valley Cottage Raising and Moving for your continued sponsorship. Restore your cottage. Actually, they specialize in foundation work using insulated concrete forms and blocks to deliver long-lasting results. Their team are experts in foundations and applying innovative solutions that ensure homes are built with the utmost precision. During construction, they oversee the correct installation of materials and work closely with customers to meet their requirements. Call today and talk to Michael Summers at 613-585-3276. We will have the Game 4 that brought us here, the highlights, right now, folks. Thanks for tuning in. So he stuck the blue line, got a shot in on goal, and Slack just stopped it. Lapine at the draw, that's one. Stay to the point, scored!
Kelly Summers, the captain, gets them rolling, and it's a 1-0 Madawaska Valley lead.
Yeah, as a goalie, where it's going to go. And Lipinski, sharp as attack, makes a save on that one. Behind the net, wraparound, scored! Smith Falls answers right back, and it's 1-1. A wraparound that didn't get completed, lazily went to the other side of the net, and they picked it up, fired it in, and it's 1-1. I tell you, it's going to be tough when you come back to the program. Being in that chat to be able to talk with everyone is so incredible and key. It's awesome. You're kind of my stat guy as well, which is perfect. Stay down low. Back to stay. They'll try and work this, get some puck possession, and wear the Rideaus down in their own zone. Looking back to the point to Campbell. Campbell back on to the short side here to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Campbell. He'll look to shoot. Pass over to Kelly Summers. Walks to the dot. Score! Kelly Summers, bring me a captain, and I'll show you a champion. He snaps the back of the twine, and the Barry's Bay Wolves have a 2-1 lead again. This time on the first power play of the game, and he is, I'm telling you, he's hard to beat. Coming in, a nice how's she going around him. Languille looking for that play to the slot to Fleming. Over backdoor into the slot. He shoots and scores. Tic-tac Tokyo. It's 3-1 Barry's Bay, and this crowd loves it. Andrew McDonald getting this crowd pumped up. Coming out from the corner is Languille. Looking cross ice. He hits Dave the slot. Oh, baby, what a save. Dallas Slack, a 10-beller. If you've ever seen a 10-bell save, that was one right there. Holy Dinah indeed. Picked off nicely by Costello. He's in on goal. The shot, scored! Smith Falls rings the back of the net after hitting the post, and it's a 3-2 Barry's Bay lead. Because I've been given the incredible opportunity to not only live a dream, not only live my dream alongside my son, but I'm doing it all for a sport that I absolutely love, hockey. A sport that connects people that may not otherwise connect, brings love and joy into their hearts that may have been missing. This league also brings another opportunity for these hockey heroes to show one more time that what they are capable of. And this league has all of that. The people I've met over this incredible ride all share the exact same interest. Their love for their town, their communities, and their small town hockey club. And folks, I couldn't be more thankful to be the voice to deliver that message, the story, and the brilliant hockey on these frozen ponds all across Eastern Ontario. So once again, I just want to say thank you, EOSHL Nation, for myself, James, and Justin, for giving me the gift of being your storyteller and your voice for this beautiful league. And if this is the last game I ever do, any games from here on out, understand that I have enjoyed every moment of this ride, and I will never ever forget it. So thank you everyone for being so supportive, and your words are not lost on me, not lost on James or Justin or anybody, and we really appreciate all of you. And folks, we have one more period to go. One. And it's 7-5 for the Smith Falls Rideaus over the Barry's Bay Wolves. It's been a back and forth epic affair in front of us. And I don't know what this third period is going to have in store for us. Nobody does. And if we guess, we'll be wrong. So settle up, get the word out, grab your popcorn. It's going to be crazy.
Well, I am back, folks. I was just having a little chat with our EOSHL board of directors and our league president, and yeah, we had a good little chat talking about the game, and they're blown away with how awesome this Game 5 is.
It's been unbelievable. Back and forth hockey. Surprising mistakes, you know, that when the big stage comes up, mistakes will happen. You try and limit them, but how fast the Smith Falls forecheck is, Barry's Bay is having themselves quite fits trying to get out of their own zone.
You know, if there's one thing we've learned about these playoffs is you don't count Barry's Bay out, and they got to have that wolf pack mentality to really come together and, like you said, limit those mistakes and bury some rebounds, getting Slack's kitchen. You know, Barry's Bay isn't out this. It's only a 2-goal game. And again, you gotta take away some opportunities from Smith Falls too. Force them to make mistakes and force them to open up and capitalize.
As you were saying in the second period, take away Dallas Slack's eyes. He's in that mode now where anything he sees, I feel like he's going to stop.
He's in the zone.
He really is. In that second period, not one penalty was called. That's my favorite thing to say. And the Smith Falls Rideaus with 4 unanswered goals. 3 of them came in the second period. Brett Costello from Devon Cobalt and Spencer Cobalt. Then we had Michael McKenney from Cal Dowdall and Tate Leeson. Then Tate Leeson from Brett Costello and Ben Beasley. And then the Wolves at the end of the period, Devin Campbell, that beautiful backhand top shelf from Benjamin Langille and Jared Stay. Justin, there has been 12 goals scored in this game.
How many penalties do we have?
3. Do you know how many assists have been in this game?
Too many.
24. There's been 2 assists on every single goal.
That just shows you like the teamwork that goes into this, right? Like the chemistry, and like it's unbelievable, especially when you look at like who's assisting on the goals, and it's always the same people.
It really is. It's unbelievable. A big boo coming out for Barry's Bay, but a bit of Bronx cheers from a little bit of cheers from their fans as well. The Bronx cheer doesn't work in that, actually.
It's almost like when Montreal and Toronto plays. There's a bit of everything.
You know what's beautiful about this too is next season when these two teams play each other, it's going to be war in the trenches. These two teams have built up a rivalry over this 5-game series that probably will last as long as these two teams are in the league. I keep talking loud. I keep forgetting that you can hear me.
I forgot all about
that.
Hey, you're talking perfectly fine.
Okay.
And you know, it's just much like the rivalry with the Wolves and the Oil Kings. You know, I was chatting with, I saw Murray Free here early today, and
oh man, talking about great captains.
He's still stung over the playoff loss to these Wolves, but I'll tell you, like, it just goes to show you, like, the rivalries that they, you know, that these things build, right? And you know, it goes back to last season with Tweed and Barry's Bay, and you know, I hope to see Murray back next season because he's a warrior, and you know, he's a great fun and great captain, and you know, as tough as he is, you know, he likes to crack those occasional jokes, and you know, it was great to see him today.
I don't remember, or I don't know if you're, well, obviously you remember when we did that interview and we did the, the golf tournament for the Tweed Oil Kings. I am going to put this up in the chat, folks. It's the Murray Free interview that I got to do with him at the Tweed Oil Kings golf tournament. It should be up in the chat there. If you want to see, as Justin was saying, a hard-nosed, tough captain leading by example. He's a tough guy, and he's a big dude.
He is.
He cracks up a little bit. He breaks up talking about just the love and passion. It's a beautiful interview. Check it out. It's in the stream. Murray Free of the Tweed Oil Kings, and my interview in the golf tournament over the summer. We doing golf tournaments this summer?
I think so.
Are we?
Hey, that was a good time. Hey,
it was so much fun.
I got to see you really rip one on the fairway.
My one shot.
Your one shot, and I think I cursed after I saw you. How far that ball went.
I used to, my friend, we used to golf a lot, and they used to say you drive for show and putt for dough. It's so true. I could have shot like 70, 80, but I couldn't putt. I can't putt, Justin. It's horrible.
You just got, like Hapa Gilmore said, you just got put it in the hole.
Yeah, that's right. Drill it, because well, I'm married now, but the girls just love it off the tee. They don't see you on the green. They don't care about that. But no, yeah, that was a lot of fun, and we thank you, Tweed, for having us out there. And what's going on here? It's at both ends of the ice.
I think there's some ice repairs going on. You know, it is warm in here, so of course I can assume here that you know, there's going to be some holes in that ice, and unfortunately, I know as a goalie, if your skate gets jammed in one of those ruts in the ice, it can really damage your feet, your ankles.
See, now down at this end, Justin, the last time we were here, it was right full, but that side over there was not nearly as full as it was. This place is packed.
I love it. I absolutely love how packed this place is. It's you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere.
Chucky, I wish I could have interviewed you that day, buddy. If we are out at your tournament, I am interviewing you, bud. I got to interview Super, and that was an incredible interview as well. I had so much fun during that interview.
I think Super was a little bit into the cross-eyed moonshine when you interviewed him.
Yeah, we'll get you on the third or fourth hole, maybe at the beginning of the day. And unless we want great content, then we should do it definitely on the 18th green. But this series is over in 20 minutes and maybe a few more extra minutes in the extra frame, but we're guaranteed 20. So, folks, settle in. An epic series is underway and about to close another chapter in the EOSHL playoffs. Who will come out on top? Will be Barry's Bay able to get 3 goals here in the third, or 2 to force overtime? Or will the Rideaus be able to hold on to this nice, tidy 2-goal lead and preserve their date again with the Gananoque Islanders and a chance to redeem themselves from last year? And we will have all 5 games on EOSHL TV going forward.
Speaking of the Gananoque Islanders, I'd like to wish a happy belated birthday to EOSHL Goaltender of the Year last year, Jake Clement. His birthday
Friend
yesterday.
Of the show.
And, you know, miss seeing him in the blue paint. I know right now he's awaiting surgery, but we definitely miss him. The league is definitely better with Jake in it. And it looks like there's a penalty on the play.
First one in over 20 minutes, a trip on McKenzie. Drove to the net, had his feet taken out from underneath him, and that's going to draw 2 minutes. And a displeased crowd here. We'll let the referees know about that one.
Looks like it's Dave Bennett that's in the box. 27.
He's a hard-nosed defenseman, and check out that interview too on the EOSHL TV page. Justin's podcast. I know we all enjoyed those over the summer. It's knocked off and down the ice. Kelly Summers will go after it. This is their chance to close that 2-goal lead. Down to 1. Pass over, right to the tape, a stay. He's so strong on that puck. In on goal, and he can't get the backhander to go. Stay, he's feeling it right now. That goes over to the half wall to Campbell. Campbell, not one person in front of that net. And it allows Smith Falls to spread out with nobody in front. And that flipped off the end of his stick. Stay at the blue line.
The ice is very, very slick right now.
It really is. Lapine, cross ice pass to McKenzie, to Summers, over to Campbell, back to Summers. He'll walk in and snap it down low, and he had the short side wide open, and Beasley knocks the net off, and it'll end that cycle for the Barry's Bay Wolves.
They had a shot wide open over Slack's blocker, and Slack didn't have his net, and I think they saw that, and unfortunately they couldn't convert. Couldn't convert on it.
Sir.
Sometimes as a goalie, you think you have your net, and then you look back, nope, I do not.
Even the best, they lose those angles, and it can be scary for a goalie.
Yeah, you feel helpless.
Yes, sir. That's drilled down the ice, and the first half of this power play is over. Lipinski behind the net, one hands it to Summers, and Summers, with great help from Stay, will help move that out through center. Lapine knocked down by Cobalt. Slash there by Townsend. Get McKenzie into the corner. Throwing it back around to the point. Smith Falls is just relentless defensively right now. Nice toe drag, gets it to the dot. They got to get moving. They got to get somebody in front of the net. My goodness, nobody near Slack. Campbell at the point. That's a pass over. Shot by McKenzie, and Slack steers that aside tidily. He'll throw it down the ice.
I know this might sound a little crazy, but they need Curtis Leclerc out in front of that net.
I was thinking the same thing,
They need him in front of that net, and
Yep.
he is a big body to move.
Oh, my goodness. They had someone in front of the net. We won't mention it again for the next 10 seconds, but my goodness, if you get someone in front of that net, take his eyes away. Stay, turns back. Summers over, in behind a pair of Wolves. They'll chip it into the corner, up and into the mesh, and it'll come down for a draw. What an epic battle here, folks. My goodness. That's why we do it, Brenda. We do it just so that we can, if you can't make it, some people have family outside the country, outside the province of Newfoundland, Florida, Charlottetown, all over. Coming in is Tate Leeson. Chance into the slot, and they can't make the game, so it's nice to be able to bring them a quality stream into their living room. And here in Smith Falls, they actually have it hardwired, so it's never a problem. Back out to the mid-ice area. Longale can't get himself free. Dowdall in the corner trying to throw it off the goalie. Enright throws it around to the other side. Smith Falls now controlling the offensive zone. Get back to the other side. That'll go back to the point. Shipped out onto the tape of Bennett. Bennett around to the net. Drilled around the boards and out through center. That'll be an icing.
Just want to give a little shout out to our good friend Super Dave Prance from the Tweed Oil Kings. It is always good to see your name in the chat, buddy. It's for those who haven't listened to it, listen to episode 22 on the Tweed Oil Kings podcast. You'll hear a good story.
Into the corner, going in behind the net, out to the slot, back behind the net. Throwing it back to the point, Costello. He'll pick that up. Throw it across ice. Russet couldn't convert. Smith Falls, slot, shot. He tried upstairs, and a good block there by Colfelt. In his feet. Now get it out of the zone and out through center. Reed Russet. Bring back into his own zone, and Costello. He'll make that pass to Theo Todd. Ship it in through center. Russet throws it in around the net. Lipinski there to get it, but he can't knock it down. Fleming off the boards. Laurent he'll gain the blue line, and he's in offside.
I gotta say, I've seen some representation in the stands here from the Westport Lumberjacks. We've seen some from the Gananoque Islanders.
That's really great.
So there's definitely some representation from the league here. I'm sure there's more. Oh, and of course the North Dundas Rockets.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Rick Eamon. He recently surpassed 125 games in the USHL as a trainer. He was with the Cornwall Prowlers, the South Stormont Mustangs, and of course now with the North Dundas Rockets.
Well, speaking of Rockets, he just rocketed him right into the bench. Oh, he tried to bank it off Dallas Slack. A couple guys in the corner, and now the Rideaus are out through center with 15 minutes even remaining in this second period. And a 2-goal lead for the Rideaus, looking to punch their ticket into the West Finals. Around him is Laurent. He couldn't get past Sloan. What a great defensive play. Backpedaling, throwing it up through center. That's a chance for Laurent, but Dallas Slack came out to support Sloan. Chipped into the slot, shoots, and Slack down to make the toe save on that one. Summers throws it behind the net. Laurent back to the point, and a shot coming from McKenzie. Blocked. Out. Chance again. Stay. Couldn't get a stick on it. And that's down the ice. They'll get a line change. Lipinski comes out quick to play it. Summers off the glass and in. They got to play some dump and chase here. Pass over. Devin Coble. Rink wide pass. On goal, and that'll be an offside. And Spencer Cobalt did not like that one.
Yeah, he got a little bumped on the blue line as the puck was coming in and didn't agree that that should have been offside, but
it was so close.
Yeah.
Draw just outside the zone. 14:06 remaining here in the third period. McKenzie and Stay with Lapine, Summers, and on the back end, Stay as well. Cobalds, plural, with Witzel, Bennett, and Townsend. And it's over to Townsend. He'll flip that in, up and over. That's the second time I've seen Lipinski leave his feet to make a save in this series.
he's doing his Dustin Wolf impersonation.
How many times I jumped in the air as a goalie in my 25 years of playing a goal, 30 years really. God, I'm old. No, it's like I played goalie. I'm not even going to say the number. That really makes me sad. But I don't think I ever jumped up once.
Well, I mean, you played with Mike Smith, so there's that.
That's right. Yeah.
You just made it to the NHL. Scored a goal.
Stay. Delanka shot and a stop on the outside of the glove of Dallas Slack. Beauty.
That's not very often that Dallas doesn't catch those.
Indeed. Into the corner. Bodied against the wall. Stay and Cobalt mucking it up. Oh, a high stick there. That's out through center. Stay cross ice. Shot and a great stop by Dallas Slack. And he will hold on to the whistle.
Oh, looks like Curtis Leclerc is heading back out now. Most of the time here you've seen Barry's Bay here. They've been double shifting their top two lines.
Yeah.
So I think now they're going to try and generate some offense with some of their third and fourth liners.
They got to get traffic in front of Dallas Slack.
And you have to do that with number 67.
Yes, sir. And he's a big boy. Actually,
he's a linebacker out there.
Hopefully, if somebody hears this who's a Barry's Bay fan, my daughter, my sister-in-law, and my wife went to the game in Madawaska Valley, and my daughter's favorite player is Curtis Leclerc. So I forgot to see if I could get her to just even meet you and tell you that, but she thinks you're great, and just wanted to make a shout out to Curtis Leclerc that she appreciates the way you play. That's chipped into the zone. Turns back the other way is Enright. Into Leclerc's feet. McKenny throw that through center. It's chipped in. Summers will knock that down. Pass cross ice. On goal now is Kofeld, trying to chop that puck down. Making a line change. There's nobody at the point. He was looking for it. And that's out through center. It's Reed Russett. Drop pass. Leeson's shot. And a great back check defensive play by Peg. Reed Russett chips it along the boards and in after him. Throws it around the boards. And through the other side. Kofeld and Rook switch places. Kofeld fell down. Made the second effort to get that over to Peg. I think this line's needing a line change, to be honest. They've been out there for a bit. pass cross, and Kofelt out through center. All alone in a 1-on-4. Gets past a couple of them, throws it in around the boards. LaRonde in there first. Chips it in behind the net. Theo Todd scampers over into the corner to pick this up. He'll look up ice. Doesn't like what he sees as LaRonde come in after him and just missed the puck. Slot, pass over, Slack, long ice pass to Todd, knocked down by LaRonde. He'll dump it back in around the boards. McKenzie in after his man, forcing this play. Can't settle that puck down. Smith Falls defending this lead very well. Slack behind the net to stop it. And Beasley there to pick it up. No, they clear the zone. Beasley, Van Stralen, he'll get it past Summers. Lipinski, sift that in behind the net. Back the other way it goes. Summers. And Summers took a hit but knocked his man down. That was Salter. He's a big boy. It's not easy to do. Stay, feeling it. Give it to McKenzie, the shot, and he fired it far side and wide. Into the corner. Hot, flat-footed. The Rideaus take advantage. A rink-wide pass. Van Stralen, a 2-on-1. Into the slot. Lipinski with the save, and it stays out. Goodness me.
Great heads-up play by the Barry's Bay defender.
He was all alone. Spencer Cobalt directs that towards the net through a screen. Off the glass, Stay. Skates out through center with it now. Cross ice to McKenzie, back to Stay. Turning, throwing it back to the point, and there's Witzel. Pass over to Spencer Cobalt. Cobalt snaps a shot, and Lipinski out at the top of the blue paint. Stop that one, he'll hold on for the whistle. Half the third gone, Justin, and it's 7-5, Smith Falls lead.
Barry's Bay still has a lot of time here, and they have a lot of ground to make up, but you know what? It could take one quick goal here and then late in the game with the goalie pull to tie it. You never know.
You betcha. Don't go anywhere. Pass. What a huge hit there on Spencer Cobalt. Big body along the wall again. And the whistle's blown. The puck will come to a grinding halt. Another guy missing out of the lineup actually for Barry's Bay is Sinclair.
That's
missing
right.
from the lineup, suspended in a fight in the later stages of Game 4. He was a big support for the Barry's Bay Wolves.
Who is it that says you can't do that? Wes McCauley, you can't do that?
You can't do that, yeah. I love him, man. I wish he could ref every game.
We need to get him here.
Yes.
Have him on the PA system.
The draw to the left to Lipinski. That's scrum back into the corner. Try and wheel this out is Nolan Rook. Turns back. Throws it over to Enright. And that is a line change for Leclerc, and I don't think they knew he was doing it. Lipinski is being told there's somebody coming. Plays it off the boards, the point. Dowdall, he'll shoot it. Caught up in Lapine. Bennett over. Townsend shot. Knocked away from the front of the net. Lapine throwing it up just ahead of Peg. Slack behind the net to Townsend. Townsend throws it over to Bennett, and now they're out through center. Michael McKenney. He'll flip it in. They'll make a line change for the Rideaus now. 8:58 remaining here in the third period. All important fifth game. See, it's in his feet. That's the chance now for McKenney. Couldn't find the handle on that one. Flipped in, and Brett McKenzie will go in after this one. McKenzie in behind the net, rubbed out. Thrown into the half wall. Andrew McKenney turns that over, and a chance for Stay. Backhands it, hits another Rideaus leg. Flipped out through center now. Theo Todd looking for it. Devin Campbell into his own end. Turning, trying to find an opening. Gale drilled along the wall by Theo Todd. Pass up, knife to the red line. McKenney will chip that in. The clock just won't slow down for these Wolves. 8 minutes remaining. Devin Campbell sets up behind his net. Fleming, he'll flip it up, and all he meets is Rideaus sticks. Penske settles it down to Summers. Shots on goal now favor Smith Falls 29-26 here in the third period. It's a terrific game. Colfelt puts it into the corner, stays on his feet, drilled on the wall. Rideaus looking to come out with it, boarded along the wall in the corner. The clock starts trickling down. Laurent back to the point, and Campbell had pinched in, and that's going to go all the way down with 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Up to Summers. Summers, Cobalt harassing him, and he'll come up with the puck as well. It's flipped in around him. Costello, and a stop by Lipinski to give them still a chance in this one. Benjamin looking for McKenzie. Toe drag and a snipe. Speed by Slack.
And
Goodness.
His glove is the size of Texas.
It
I know.
sure
I
is.
know. You can never make too many Texas references.
No, it's great with a name like that. You use it, play that card any chance you can. And wow, he is just, the first period was shaky for both goalies. They had a lot of great opportunities on him, and since then, Slack has settled right into his groove, and Lipinski was incredibly busy in that second period. Chance for Lapine. That shot hits a stick, bounces up into the corner. Off the boards, off the glass, and down the ice.
Oh, and we got some rough stuff going on here.
Behind the play, the referee's hollering, basically saying, look, I've been wanting to play. I just want to let you play. What do you want me to call every penalty? And I think that's where we are. They're putting the whistles away.
Yeah, it looked like there was Leeson went to take a little
Pardon?
shot. Looked like Leeson went to hit McKenzie, and then McKenzie kind of had a little retaliatory hit.
He really did.
And then basically fell on top of him. I got to say here, so as a avid Philadelphia Eagles fan, I will say, it's not very often you hear about the name Dallas winning a lot, but the Eagles do have a guy named Dallas Goddard, but
Good Lord above. Wow.
I know.
That's great. I hear that they're apparently the Toronto Maple Leafs of the NFL.
I thought it was the Buffalo Bills, but then again, I think they're kind of tied.
Spend big and lose much?
Well, yeah, I would say it's more Dallas would be more Toronto than Buffalo, because Buffalo has been winning more recently.
Yeah. That's flipped out through center. Kelly Summers in after that. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third period. Summers looking up ice. Pass over to Stay off the boards. Chipped in by Lapine. That hit a stanchion, rolled right out into the middle of the ice, and a great defensive play to knock that down. Summers turning at that blue line. Wow, look at the confidence in Kelly Summers there. Chipped out through the neutral zone. Michael McKenney worked over by Summers. McKenzie can't get across the blue line. Lipinski out to play it. He'll leave it for Devin Campbell. Race out of his own zone. They try and chip it into the zone. The Wolves trying to find any opportunity here. Stay bunched up a little bit here. Flipped it into the zone. Dallas Slack leaves it there for Bennett. Retreats back in behind his own net. Wait for his guys to set up. Throws it up. Salter will get that onto the tape. Snap shot by Van Stralen. That goes into the corner. Cycles it in behind the net. Devin Campbell will go after this one. Chipped along the wall. And Salter, Campbell, and Rook, or Peg, pinning him along the wall. That's drilled down the ice now to mid-ice area. Flipped in by Sloan. Lipinski steers it aside. Enright, 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Enright receives that pass and a flip pass. Anguille, Langell, thrown in on goal. Lipinski will leave it there for Campbell. Campbell now out through center. Campbell throwing it in behind the net. Benjamin after this one. The boards, the blue line, and out. Penske leaves it there for Nolan Rook. Summers
Chipped into the zone. Dallas Slack will be able to play that one. Slack holding on to it. Around to the other side for Cobalt. Flip that out through center now. Spencer Cobalt being worked along the boards by Summers. Last meeting of the minds. McKenzie. Nice kick play over to Lapine. Lapine now. Shot and stop by Dallas Slack. Townsend gets it into the corner now. Looking into the slot. He'll throw it. He'll go back to the blue line. Off the boards. Now the Rideaus. Thrown in behind the net. Lipinski. Left by Nolan to Nolan Rook. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Kelly Summers out through center. Slip pass over. Shot and a stop by Dallas Slack. Rebound chance. It goes into the corner. Townsend throws it off the boards. The blue line. In. A shot by Kofelt and a block by Witzel. Devin Campbell, he turns immediately and starts to come back into the Rideau zone. Kofelt trying to go in behind the net, throwing it into the slot. That bouncing puck comes to Bennett. Throw it along to the half wall. They were pressing, so they're coming back with men in numbers. Enright beats him there to the puck, trying to move it. And the Wolves will come out with it 2 minutes and 47 seconds. And if they keep it, the Rideaus will meet Gananoque on Sunday. Into the mid-ice area, and Enright, he'll throw that over to Devin Campbell. The pass hits the blue line to Kofelt. That goes to Campbell now. Campbell to the slot. Benjamin Langill can't receive that pass. Looks like Lipinski's getting close to coming out of the net. Chance again. Peg, a shot, and Dallas Slack under the armpit. He'll hold on for the whistle. 2:20 to go. Lipinski keeps peeking over to the bench to see, when do you want me out of here?
I think you're probably going to see him pull, depending on the result of this face-off. Yep, I answered the wife.
Okay.
Hi, honey, at home. And it looks like the Wolves are calling a timeout.
What an epic series. 27-7, 25-7, 24-7. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We'll get in one more of these because Valley Cottage Raising and Moving, because of them, we were able to do this series, and we greatly appreciate all of your support. And besides cottage leveling and lifting, they also provide professional landscaping services. Their skilled team is experienced in lot clearing, bulldozing, and excavating services for cottage owners. With their landscaping services, homeowners get the outdoors of their dreams. Reach out for more information about their landscaping options for your cottage in the Ottawa Valley. Call Michael Summers at 613-585-3276. Thank you for sponsoring us for this round of the playoffs. Without you and Barry's Bay's support, this is not possible. So we just endless thank yous to you guys, and this is epic. 7-5, 2 1/4 minus a nickel remaining here in the third period. Scrum draw out and down the ice. And that's going to go 200 feet. Not for an icing. Around to the half wall. They'll throw it back and they'll start it again. Devin Campbell. Pass over to Lapine. Lapine looking up ice. Deacon his way through. They'll gain the zone. Looking for a quick score here. Back to the point to Campbell. Over to Summers. That shot redirected, and somehow Dallas Slack closed the wickets to hold on to that one.
This fell over backwards.
Wow.
Good way. Like, he kept his composure on that.
What a great crowd on hand. What an incredible atmosphere. And these two teams have fought to the bitter end to try and move to the next round of these here playoffs. A face-off to the right of Slack. Lapine is tied up. Summers shot through, hit a leg, stay in front. He scored! Jared Stay between the legs and put her home on the rebound. And with 1:49 to go, they're down by 1. Can it get more intense than this?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out.
Holy Dinah. This is something.
Now Smith Falls going to call a timeout here. Might be wise.
It would make a lot of sense. They'll be pulling the goalie as soon as they can.
And like I said earlier, prior to this period starting, don't count these Wolves out.
No way. Listen to that crowd cheering on the Wolves. They're cheering on the Rideaus. Unbelievable support for both sides. Lipinski will steer that down for Campbell. Campbell will leave it for Summers. Summers. Pass over to Lapine, right back to Summers. Summers corrals that puck and drills it in on Dallas Slack, and he'll be forced to hold on to it, and the net is empty, and the Barry's Bay pipes.
I got to ask this question, just because you and I both always think about this. With his puck-playing ability, does he go for the goal?
I thought he was going to go for it right there, to be honest. Holy crow.
He has the strength and accuracy to do it.
He sure does. Unselfish right there, too.
Very much.
If I knew how to play the puck, I might have shot for it a few times, to be honest. Wasn't a very good puck-playing goalie. 1 minute, 18 remaining. Kept in by Devin Campbell into the slot, and he couldn't reach it. And they'll restart with 1 minute and 10 to go here in the third. Summers ripped in. Ken Slack is out to play it. Throw it in behind the net. A smart play because he cut him off going behind. And
we have
a high stick. We'll bring it down inside the zone, and that is not going to make the Rideaus too happy. My goodness. That was a way to get it out of the zone for the Rideaus. And now it's a face-off deep in their zone. Chance for the Madawaska Valley to take advantage. James. Oh. Pass over. Well, McKenzie trying to throw it in front. Campbell, the corner, Stay will throw it in behind the net. Off the back of the net, into the slot. Lapine was all tied up. Summers, that shot through. Knocked down to the point and out. He flipped it down. That might be on goal. No, it's going to roll wide. Summers after it. Bodied against the wall by Spencer Cobalt. 32 remaining in this epic game, folks. Hold on. Pass over, Stay. Snapshot hits a foot. Campbell onto that, and Summers will keep it in. Summers backhands it towards the net. Lapine there tying his man up. Pinned against the wall. They'll try and hold it there as long as they can. Knocking the puck around. Look at the bodies flying. They finally blow the whistle with 10 seconds remaining.
They should have blown that whistle a little earlier because they should have blown that whistle, in my opinion, a good 10 seconds ago.
Wow.
And if I'm any of these teams, I want to be careful right now.
Big time. The Wolves are still in it, and the Rideaus are leading. If they get someone thrown out, suspended for the next game, there's Spencer Cobalt.
He's going to want to be careful with that.
And I couldn't see who it was. I think it was Lapine. They were roughing it up pretty good. McKenzie and Spencer Cobalt not too happy with each other, I can tell you that. So, a lot of cursing and a lot of, I really think they're just making dinner reservations. Smith Falls has a lot of nice restaurants around here. I guarantee you they're just trying to,
Hey, didn't I tell you, Billy, that by the third period there were going to be, oh, look at that, they're throwing the pucks back and forth, that they're going to know how each other's breath smell?
That's right.
We've been right on a bunch of stuff tonight.
100%. They wanted to make sure at the end of the game get as close as they can. Now, the big thing here is if it's a penalty, a power play for Smith Falls, it's outside the zone, and this game is pretty much over. Yeah. If it's not, it could be still inside the zone. Wow. I wouldn't want to be the refs in this situation because this is...
It was almost pretty much a 5-on-5 melee.
Yes, it was. Well, it's been an incredible series. As I say, it's unfortunate one of these teams have to lose, but they're both deserving of a win, and hockey is not a fair sport. So we are going to find ourselves a winner. Spencer Cobalt, number 23, coming off the ice. He had an incredible series and great playoff. And he's getting the cheers from this Rideaus crowd, and well deserving of that.
Just want to give a little shout out here to our good friend from the Tweedale Kings, Luigi Martoni, the Italian stallion.
Oh yeah, good man he is. He fit right in Tweed when he got traded over there.
Oh, did he ever? Hey, and he had a little stint here in Barry's Bay too.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes, he says he models his game after Eric Lindros. Just, hit everybody and work hard.
If that's the way you're going to play, it's easy to put you on a line with literally anybody.
Rhino and
Yep.
Pickles.
Oh, Pickles. Well, this could take some time to get this game back running, but again, we want to remind you folks, Sunday, Gananoque and one of these two Titans, this Hockey Nation, will play in Gan. We'll have that for you. And we're not 100% sure about Saturday. We're still discussing it and talking it over, and we'll find that out for you either tonight or tomorrow morning. The game is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a quick turnaround for us and quite a good distance to drive, so we'll figure that out as the game progresses, or as the evening progresses. Seven, 6. Very few penalties in this game. 33-30, the shots on goal. Been 4 penalties in this whole game up to this point.
Prior to this point.
Yeah.
33-30 the shots.
Wow.
Very close. So Smith Falls has that edge there. And they're just going over everything with the scorekeeper's table right now. So we'll see what it gets marked as on the official game sheet when it does.
I mean, it was just a battle royal in that corner.
And I gotta say, even with all the standing room in this building, I would say if you put everybody in the standing room, you'd have a packed house. All the seats would be completely full and some.
They should ask everybody that's standing just for 1 minute, everyone take a seat and see what happens. I bet you wouldn't have a green chair empty in the whole building.
And I've never seen that in this building. This is remarkable.
It really is.
Hats off to the Madawaska Valley fans for making the trip up to see their Wolves play in this Game 5. And of course the Rideaus fans for really making this a great home experience for the fans as well. Overall, it's just a good mix of both fan bases, and we hope to see more of this across the league.
Well, it's not a short trip from Madawaska Valley to here.
No, it is not, but it's a nice trip. It's nice and scenic.
It's a penalty to Smith Falls, but it's a draw inside Madawaska Valley zone. I don't understand that. Oh, maybe it's 5-on-5. But it's down. Oh, it's a penalty to Barry's Bay. Well, that, I think, yeah, it is to Barry's Bay. Okay. So it's going to be a draw inside the Barry's Bay zone. Smith Falls now. All they got to do is hold on for 9.9 seconds, and they will punch their ticket to the West Finals against the Gananoque Islanders. 5-on-4. Even if they score in the overtime, they'll be down for 5 minutes. Face-off, scrummed, kicked, and Smith Falls wins it. And this game is over. Cheer on, Smith Falls, because you're going on to meet the Gananoque Islanders in the West Conference Finals and get your chance at redemption. They were ousted by the defending champions last season, well, the champions, eventual champions last season, and they'll get their chance to bring it back this year. And they felt like they were shortchanged last year, and they'll look to beat them this year. And for the Madawaska Valley Wolves, keep your head high. You guys played incredible in your second season in the league against an incredibly difficult opponent in the Smith Falls Rideaus. Neither team let their guard down. And Madawaska Valley, yeah, you have nothing to be disappointed about.
And you know what? Next season, they're only going to be better. And they just keep adding building blocks to their franchise. And, you know, they have, as you said, they no reason to hold their heads down. They got to keep them high and look to the future, because they've got all the pieces to be successful and the potential to add more in the offseason.
Absolutely. Building blocks, a great organization, and you know, it's one of those things where you can even play great for 5 games, and when you meet a team like the Rideaus, you still come up short, and that's what we found here this evening.
All right, Billy, let's go to our 3 stars here. All right, Billy, I'll let you go first.
I'll give second star to Brett McKenzie, first star to Tate Leeson, and third star to Spencer Cobalt.
You know, I agree with your first 2 selections. For my third star, I'm going to go with the unsung hero, Nathan Slack, with that bomber of a shot earlier in the game, and that celebration. Nate Slack, I think, was fantastic in this game and deserves the Allery third star of the game.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, what a series, folks, and we thank everyone for tuning in and being along for this ride. And I mean, it was just an incredible 5 games for these 2 teams, and hopefully Smith Falls is able to rebound. They've got a little over 48 hours to get set for Gananoque, or a little under 48 hours to get set for Gananoque on Sunday.
I better say, Paul Tompkins, hope you're enjoying the sunshine, because, you know, the island in Gananoque.
Oh, boy.
When you get back from your vacation, I can't wait to see you, buddy.
Old Paul Tompkins, good goaltender out there in Smith Falls.
Ageless wonder.
You betcha. All right, folks, from all of us here at EOSHL TV, James Bowl, Justin Allery, and myself, Billy Bowl, we thank you for tuning in. We love bringing it to you. And from Smith Falls, 7-6 final, 3-2 series win for the Rideaus. We love bringing it to you, and we hope you love